Like, look at this. What up and good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the Wake and Bake here on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much, everybody who was patiently waiting. Believe me, for the holidays and all the stuff that's coming up, I will be bringing back the pre-show just because everything kind of slows down from the fast pace of regular life. Like all the export, import calms the fuck down. The Chinese got a fucking holidays and shit. And, straight up, not for real, like start November, like everything overseas will start shutting down because different holidays and different kind of observations they have over there. So it's a good time to take a little step back and just enjoy the regular things in life. Joining me is my toxic ass co-host. What's up, XG?
What's up? I'm feeling good. I don't know why too. It's Saturday. I mean, I didn't drink yesterday. Maybe that's why. Usually I'm dying in here hungover.
Day one.
Feel great.
I've been having like shitty sleep the past 2 days. So it's just been like, the only thing I've been hoping for is like some really good sleep. Granted, I could have just had good sleep, but I didn't think I was going to have bad sleep. So I could have just RSO'd it, but I don't know. Tonight, I think if I'm having trouble going to sleep, I'm going to RSO it.
Have you seen
What's RSO?
Rick Simpson oil. It is a concentrated oil that they use for cancer medication.
Oh, it's like CBDs?
No, this is like 1,000 times stronger and concentrated. It's like for people that are like if you're going through chemo and you have like super pain, this is what they give those people.
And it's also derived from marijuana?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of it. It's for sure. It's RSO? Extracted. RSO and SHO. Joining me also after 2 weeks from being gone and doing white people things. What is it? The one and only Rock Samson, who will be doing a closeout today.
Picnic. Fucking, I love the gun sound effects. You know I'm from Texas.
He's like school shooter intro.
He is white. He is white. He is white.
You know what's funny is I barely graduated right before all that stuff started happening, and I hung out with all the kids with the trench coats and shit.
That's scary, dude.
I mean, they were all good people. Like they didn't snap, but they were in trench coats and they loved collecting guns.
Since I'm fully toxic, I'm surprised they haven't teamed up. Like one trench coat kid with another trench coat kid.
They broke it up. There's too many.
And they fucking go.
That's how it happens. The trench coat mafia. Isn't that?
No, they haven't done a school shooting where it's like 3 of them together.
Wasn't that?
We would know.
It's usually a lone wolf.
It's a lone wolf, which what I'm wondering. There's loner. I mean, does one person stop you from fucking killing people?
I think
that's a real question.
I think there's a conflict of interest there because like one of them might back up. There's always somebody who's gonna be like, I don't know about this.
Well, it's a lot of balls to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like somebody's not that I'm, but
we don't encourage.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, all right. We're just discussing this. All right, and joining us is our special guest. It's Adam with what is it from Grave Tours, right?
Graveline Tours.
Graveline Tours. Some of you guys might know this actual tour exhibition, right? Or tour excursion.
Yeah, we have sightseeing tours.
You guys might know this sightseeing tour. You guys might have seen it around LA. Explain to us what Graveline Tours is.
Graveline Tours is like your typical sightseeing tour in Los Angeles, but the difference is instead of visiting celebrities' homes where they live, we visit celebrities' homes where they were shot, committed suicide, had sex scandals, or overdosed. And instead of driving around in white vans or open-top buses, we drive around in classic funeral Cadillac limousines.
Damn, that's like straight up with the theme right there, bro. Like straight up.
That's tight as shit.
It's really awesome.
How long have you been doing this for?
Since January.
Oh shit!
Brand new.
Oh
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
How's year one?
Year one is better than I had expected that year one was going to be. I've been really, really lucky and blessed to have met a great team of people that I pretty much found totally randomly that know what they're doing a lot more than I know what I'm doing.
Are you originally from California?
Yes, sir. And actually, that was my inspiration for doing this because when I was a kid, which was in the Stone Age, there used to be a Graveline Tours in Los Angeles that did the same thing, but they would go around town in funeral hearses. And that was literally my favorite activity as a kid. That tells you what kind of a kid I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, you must have been into like some collecting bugs and shit.
I like trench coats.
Oh, shit. Okay, now I understand, so you were already drawn to this kind of stuff in the beginning?
Yeah. Super fucked up kid, yeah. I was one of those kids that had a trench coat childhood. I was like an outsider, black sheep of my family, didn't know who I was, and I didn't fit in. And it wasn't like it was these days where it's cool to love true crime. Back then, it was pre-internet. That's how old I am. And if you liked true crime or had showed any interest in that kind of stuff, your whole society and family knew that there was something wrong with you.
He has a point about that because a lot of the people that get interviewed or they have collections of like, who's that fool that dressed up as a clown in Canada? He wrote letters. You remember he had like the torture chamber, the torture box. It's him and his wife. They used to torture kids and shit. Like there was like he's notorious, right? But like this fool got known as like the clown killer, right?
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, John Wayne. Yeah, okay.
He was from Chicago.
Okay. Yeah. So that specific guy, there was people that were already collecting those letters and shit from the beginning, just like Richard Ramirez and all that stuff. And it's not until recently that these people kind of got accepted as like, hey, bro, you have something to contribute to this like murder mystery obsession that America has now. But before, those fools they did not have conventions. Mm-hmm. They did not have reunions. These fools were weird, dog.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Edgar.
Like straight up, bro. Like that, these fools were considered like weird in society, and you would not see these fools like just out and about. Now it's different. Like they have conventions for all this kind of stuff.
Multiple conventions a year, but it's really interesting because the change has been so dramatic. Like you say, I think that back then, before it was really pre-internet because we couldn't find each other, but before then, people would think that if you were interested in that stuff, it would mean you had an inclination to do it.
Okay, well, you say inclination would. You know how true crime is up? Obviously, everybody's watching true crime, especially females. They sleep to that shit. Makes no fucking sense to me.
So many females.
Yeah, females. It's the main category
Almost
of females.
all of our passengers are either females or female-led.
So I gotta,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
I love it.
So then I gotta ask you. You don't think this is making people think they can become killers? As in, like watching it, as in, like let me see what they did wrong. You think there's some of them? Because I mean.
It's a really great question, and it's one I sort of have to take responsibility for with my job. I think that it's a really divided group. I would say that 98% of the people that love this stuff love it for the same reason that I and my friends and my colleagues do, which is that it basically gives us a safe zone from which we can experience it, but then retreat back into safety. It's like if you want to watch Friday the 13th, or you want to watch Halloween, or you want to watch Saw. Why is it fun? It's fun because you know you're safe, but you can experience the thrills. It's like being on a roller coaster.
It's like going on a shark cage dive.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
exactly
something I would never do.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but it's like this thing can rip you to shreds. Fucking crazy animal. But you want to be there with like a safe enough distance where you can have your popcorn and be like, wow, that's fucking crazy. I can't believe that happened. Look at this animal.
But that's only 98%. I would say, or maybe a little bit more, but I would say you're right. I would say that there is a tiny percentage that I was like really good friend because in high school, junior high, when I first got into this, like I said, it wasn't acceptable, and I was really, really out there for liking it. And of course, my other friend who had the same interest, he's now dead. He was eventually became a heroin addict.
Oh, damn.
He introduced me to like drugs, but like a lot of other things, like when I was really young. And he was obsessed with like the Manson killers, but like not in a healthy way. Yeah. And then he kind of became, he started to identify with Manson. He saw himself as sort of like a Jesus-like figure as well.
Yeah, like God complex.
He and I were in the devil complex. It was so dark, Edgar. And he and I were in the same art class, and my art teacher, who I'm friends with today, said she was always afraid of him. He's dead now, but so. The only reason that I don't take any.
It's not your responsibility.
That's what I was going to say.
It's not your responsibility. I'm just asking.
Responsibility, but I don't think that by providing our service or our platform that we would change or we would radicalize those people one way or the other. I don't think that anybody has any impact on whether or not they're going to end up doing the things that they do.
And if they did, I mean, they've already watched enough movies to know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they're going to find it. The dark web's there. You know what I mean? Like they found much darker shit than.
It's not like you have like that.
It's not
like they're getting you and giving you the hands-on experience like Richard Ramirez's cousin or uncle did when he did. Like I told you last time, that's the reason that fool became a mass murderer like that, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like so he had a cousin or an uncle who came back from Vietnam or some shit, right? And he was like, and he would go visit his house, but this uncle was out there like. He was doing war crimes. Like, he was out there, like, killing random innocent people just like, fuck it. Oh, we captured these people, stab him. He'd be taking pictures. So he brought all this shit back. And when Richard Ramirez was young, he spent time with this motherfucker. And he got him into the whole devil worship shit. He showed him pictures. He was like, look, this is how I fucking skinned this person. This is how I did this in Vietnam. And wow. That uncle has a big part into why this dude, Richard, got exposed to such crazy things at such a young age, bro. And like, cause I watched like hella documentaries on that, on dude. Cause I remember when I was a kid seeing when they were like, it was on the news and you're like, what the fuck? There's somebody killing somebody. You know, you're starting to understand life and you're like, this is real.
And in LA, everybody was freaked out.
Yeah, everybody was freaked out. This is like pre-internet. That shit was viral. Cause they were like, it stopped until the people in East LA fucked them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because the thing about Ramirez is that he didn't have a type. He didn't have a victim type, which was unusual for a serial killer. So everybody was scared. It wasn't just like, oh, like women that were like between the ages of 40 and 55 had to lock their doors. It was everybody in LA. If you were in LA, you were at risk of the Night Stalker.
Equal opportunist.
Equal opportunist.
Yeah, there's no bias. Now, what are some of the places that you visit, bro? Like that in this tour, bro, that kind of freaked you out? I mean, you're in year 1, but like, have you ever experienced anything freaky at one of these places, or?
That's such a good question. Have I ever experienced anything freaky? Like so I was having this discussion with your godmother after I was on her podcast after we went out for drinks, because I have this really unfortunate quality of having no sixth sense, and I wish I did, but I've never had I've had like a very slight paranormal, like it was like someone's dog's residual ghost that I once saw. You know what I mean? So I'm not the right person to ask.
Yeah.
The tour guide.
Maybe that's why you're the right person for this, because I don't think somebody who's sensitive to like a lot of things, like me, like I'm very aware, and obviously, you know, I practice Santeria. My Ashe is my.
Oh, you do too?
Yeah, Ashe is my madrina. So like, yeah, so like, you know, I'm obviously have an understanding of this kind of things, but I know for a fact that I'm very fearful of what the power of these things, you know, this other side has to offer. So I always approach it with respect. I wouldn't be the perfect person for something like this, but like the fact that you've never been, I guess, like woke enough to like see these kind of things or experiences, not woke, but I'm saying like, you know, or maybe like you don't have that sixth sense. Maybe that's kind of, this is the perfect job for you.
It's really interesting you say that, because your godmother also made me realize something really interesting. So you guys, you know how we have Cadillac funeral limousines that we use as our tour buses? Well, I just actually ended up getting those because I wanted to do the hearses, just like the original Graveland tours. But I talked to a couple friends that said, you know, I'd like to go on your tour, but I really don't ever want to go into a hearse because there's been a cadaver. Yeah.
Yeah, and that would freak people out. You're
There's
cutting,
been dead people everywhere.
Yeah, but he's cutting the demographic to like people that are not down.
It was a business decision.
You're
That's exactly right, Xavier.
It's money,
and I didn't want to do it. It was a
yeah.
really hard conflict for me, but I was like, well, it's only ever been used for a funeral. It's different from a presidential limousine. I didn't know this. No one knows this, but basically, instead of having an L-shaped seats with a bench and a mini bar, all of the seats are just in one row because you're crying. But so your godmother said the most fascinating thing to me that has totally changed the way that I see them, because I thought, okay, so these are like the lesser of the two evils, right? Because there's never been a dead body. But your godmother said, I don't know how you can not pick up on all of the negative energy, all of the sadness that's in those limousines. And I was like, shit, she's exactly right. Like, it would be much worse to be in a funeral limousine if you were a spiritualist than to be in a hearse, because a dead body doesn't have negative energy.
Because you know you're 100% right on that. Like, especially like you being in an environment that's like toxic or negative or something bad's going on, and you walk in there, you could walk out of there and your whole world is 360. That's the same thing that can happen with, like, you don't know if that person in that hearse was murdered, so they got some homework left to be done. So they're like, hey, you know what? Let me just fuck with this person. This is my only in to whatever's left. Or like somebody's sour feelings for like whatever might have happened in that person's life stays in that car, bro. Like, family be having some secrets too, bro. Like, so there's a lot of, like, a brother dies, you don't know the beef those brothers had and all that sadness that stays there, bro.
When I bought the limos, one of them came with half-used Kleenex boxes that were still open.
That's disgusting. Germs.
Because people just cry. That's all they do in those limos. They just cry. So we put the Kleenex boxes back and like put like these really fancy, like kind of like Regency style Gothic Kleenex box holders.
Do you think if you play Party Rock on repeat, it might help with the vibes?
We do that a little bit on Charles Manson because he really was influenced by Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
And you got to drive all the way to Chatsworth. And obviously you can't talk about Manson the whole way to Chatsworth. You're going to run out of things to say. So at a certain point.
There's so much to say about him.
There's so much to say. Okay.
I got all his,
but every day,
engage, you can. Yeah. But if you don't have particularly talkative mourners, then we just turn on Sexy Sadie or Piggies or While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and you just blast it, and then you're still doing Manson, but you get to listen to really good Beatles music.
Hell yeah.
That sounds pretty, because you're right, not every group's gonna be talkative.
Yeah, and they're not expected to be. That's the thing, is like, it's always a plus because they're the ones that are really into it ask questions and like you can chat with them. But then, you know, if you or I paid for a sightseeing tour, I would not want to talk.
Yeah, straight up.
I would just want to listen.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
You're
why
left
like
alone.
places like the movies are horrible date places if you want to get to know the person. If
Oh,
you're just trying to
yeah.
bone, that's cool.
So I can't go to those places.
What, the movies?
I can't shut the fuck up.
Oh.
I can't shut the fuck up. I'm that
He's
person.
right. He can't, dude.
I'm that person where Eason's gonna be like, yo, shh. And I'm like, fuck again.
Hey, wait, who's that guy?
Yeah, I'm like, fuck
What's his
again.
deal?
And just forget. And then like I see the director do something where like like I see some stupid shit where like the director puts a gun where it has like 20 bullets, and I gotta say something. Bullets don't have that many guns don't have that many bullets.
Are you autistic and just counting bullets in the movies?
Or ADHD.
Or ADHD, one or the other.
I'm gonna have an
one,
autistic
two,
doctor
three,
come in
four,
here one
five,
day and just diagnose everybody.
Yo, can we do that?
Yeah, if I'm gonna have an autism doctor come in here one day and just be like, hey man, you need to figure this shit out.
Really fast. Speaking of like therapists and all that shit, we had this lady that's a licensed therapist in Sherman Oaks burn down 12 buildings, and she tried to burn down the shop I work at, and she bashed in the
What?
front door, and we got it all on video. Yeah.
She burned down 12 buildings?
Google Sherman Oaks arson, and you'll see.
She homeless? With who is
No,
she?
she's a licensed therapist.
And what was her reasoning?
She's just like, fuck the world.
Oh, she also crashed her car into 2 different coffee shops before
Oh,
that.
so she's mentally ill.
she's
Nah, she's... bro.
yeah. You see it? Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing about therapists, bro, and all this stuff. I always wondered, very much like how Ashed said about picking up on bad energy, these people got to have an outlet or got to have a way to deal with it, because you're literally everybody's fucking punching bag, bro.
Yup.
You're going in there and they're just throwing up their fucking trauma. My dad fucked me. My fucking I got fired or
That's a soundbite.
something like that. Like it's just some random shit that you're having to hear all day, every fucking day, bro. Like. And then like you're just soaking it up. And it's not like every human has to have every kind of emotion. Like you're gonna have to resonate with somebody. Like you're like, damn, bro, I remember when my mom died. I remember when this happened. So how the fuck do you these people gotta be strong as fuck.
Now, we always joke that therapists don't know how to take their own advice.
Well, that's what I was going to say, too, is like, imagine what would drive you to become a therapist. I think one of the things is that you need to try to fix yourself.
Right? Yeah.
Come on, dog. You don't forget the most famous therapist? Sopranos therapist?
Yes.
Tony Soprano's therapist?
Dr. Melfi.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that. Imagine how did she deal with it?
How do you deal with that, what he brought every day to you? That was just one client.
I know.
Every week.
I
And then
know.
Talking about my mother.
And then it started to, and then she got stalked, and then she got raped. I mean, and she maintained her cool. She was super professional.
Yeah, I gotta get
They're not all Melfis.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's true.
No, she would have snitched him out. She would have told Tony who raped her.
Yeah.
Because Tony asked her who
Wasn't
did
that
it.
an amazing episode?
That was I got
It was so amazing.
It was,
And
we didn't know you were. We're super Soprano fans
I'm
here.
obsessed.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I love you now. That's my litmus test.
Yeah, we fucking. It's like background
you're into
music.
Sopranos, then like I know you're just great people.
Yeah, we gotta ask about that.
Did I like it? Yeah, I liked it. I liked it in the sense that it makes me so sad when I watch it, because
It's over.
I watch it and I feel like my family's died. And I had to go back and watch the YouTube keys and
Yeah, me too.
and it made sense, but there was a little bit in the last episode that just didn't make sense to me in terms of like actually plot logistics, because I don't remember the details, but
When the other family,
the guy with the scratched face, basically like who used to work for Phil Leotardo, apparently pulled something in the last episode that is supposed to imply that he ordered the hit on Tony. And I went back and I watched the episode again, and I didn't see the evidence to back up what they were saying theoretically. But I feel that the show is perfection. It's a masterpiece. It's the greatest thing that's ever been made. Really, show, movie, whatever.
Straight up.
And I have to stop myself from watching it a fourth time, like every day.
Have you not seen Moulin Rouge?
I have. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. So Sopranos is just
turn Rock's mic off.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're right. Thank you.
Somebody
That
tried.
song.
Some girl tried to fucking get me to watch this movie a long time ago, and I walked out of that dorm room, dude. I walked out. I was like, I know what this movie is, and I saw the back of the VHS. I was like, this ain't it.
You didn't watch it at all.
No, I literally, I was like, I told my friend.
I've never even heard of it.
I was like, hey, dude, call me.
Oh,
Homie ain't never
better
heard
off.
of it?
No, he's better off.
You ain't
You
never
guys-
heard of it?
Moon and Raj?
You would just get mad.
Yeah, you would hate it.
You would hate it. It's definitely
It's
so
a piece
opposite of you.
shit.
Okay.
It's a piece of shit.
It's definitely a more feminine audience, and it's a musical. Yeah,
definitely.
It's
And
Baz Luhrmann. He did like Gatsby and
I love Gatsby though.
What is the other Baz Luhrmann that
You
was
just love
really
Leonardo
big?
DiCaprio.
No, I love the book. I love the book. It was one of the books in high
you
school.
can read.
No, they read it out loud to me.
book-
In high school. Fucking rock. Why you gotta rock? Come on, don't do it.
I was wondering. I was like, that book has some hard words that I know you don't know for a fact.
Yo,
That
honestly,
one and The Merchant of Venice. Honestly, those are my two favorite high school
What
books.
was funny
Wow.
is I read
Smart man.
I read The Great Gatsby.
What was the second one?
The Merchant of Venice.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, dude. And it's
I thought
it's
you were
really
talking about
good.
The Haunting in Venice. I was like, that movie sucked.
No, just to make you feel better though, I read The Great Gatsby,
That movie looked terrible.
and
It was horrible.
I didn't know how to spell Buchanan, so I was like, all right, Buchanan, whoever that guy is.
That's funny.
And then we
That
were
was
in
like-
class reading it, and they're like, Buchanan. I was like,
That was me when I read the Shawshank Redemption, and it was before the movie, and I was like, Dufresne, Andy Dufresne. I love this guy. So you guys want to know a Soprano story?
Shoot it, yeah.
All right, you might appreciate this. So when I was in high school, I used to take this girl Michelle to school in carpool. In like 10th, she was my best friend, and I picked her up one day at her house. Her dad was a TV producer, and we're like driving out of her driveway on the way to school. She's like, "Hey Adam, like my dad's starting a new show." I was like, "Cool." She's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be called The Sopranos," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." She's like, "It's gonna be about the mafia." I was like, "Oh, that sounds good." Like so this is David Chase's daughter.
Wow.
And she then went on. She was Hunter, Meadows' best friend in the show. But so she and I had like a really tumultuous yeah. I mean, we had ups and downs, but the whole time we were friends, I refused to get into Sopranos because it became the biggest thing in the world, and it went straight to her head. Like she became so unbearable. Like, you know, she was like wanting to be treated like royalty. Everywhere she would go, she would just like let it be known that her dad did Sopranos, and everybody would freak
Yeah.
out, like
Yeah.
rightfully so. But so like 20 years later, I was like, after all the Sopranos, after he's dead, Tony's dead, and like all this stuff, I see an article. It's like 20th anniversary of Sopranos. You know, that was such a good show, and here's why. And like I read these, and I was like, this sounds really clever.
So you hadn't watched
I
it.
didn't watch it.
You were friends with her, and you
I
didn't
would go
give
to
it a
her house. I would go to her house, and she'd be like, "Hey, do you want to watch the Sopranos videos?" And I'd be like, "Okay."
She liked it. She
was in like the first couple episodes,
So
and
sure, her
also
ego.
it was really exciting because it was her dad's big project, and so we just had the tapes lying around. And if you know, first of all, if you're 15, second of all, if you watch individual episodes,
you're lost.
you can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you can't.
yeah.
They don't. They're not standalone.
No.
But also as an adult, I gotta say, as an adult, Sopranos makes so much more sense because the whole thing is about trying to get along in this world. And so much of Michelle is in Meadow. And so much of Michelle's dad is in Tony. Tony was like his alter ego. They had the same sense of humor. But
Oh, that's so funny. Like when
Meadow,
she yells.
like Michelle and I used to do Speed together.
Oh,
And-
we're about to
and-
say. Remember when she says, "I could have done ecstasy."
So much of that was taken from Michelle's real life. So much of that. And I actually, I'm going to get sued for saying this. I've never said this publicly. She's a great girl.
Hey, can we go Patreon? Let's go Patreon. Let's go Patreon.
But so
Yeah, let's go Patreon.
2 songs that I introduced Michelle to are now on the Sopranos soundtrack.
which ones?
They're really specific. One is one time that Meadow is in her room and she's listening to this song called, you'll never have heard of it. It's called Diamonds and Rust by Joan Baez. It's like 60s folk music. You know Joan Baez? Yeah, she's amazing. So that's her most famous song. So I introduced Michelle to that, and then that somehow made into Sopranos. And then
That's so cool that you can kind
When-
of say I
like
kind of inspired a
Sopranos,
little
right?
bit. Like I
And then-
inspired it a little bit.
when she used to come to my house, I play piano, and I always used to play the theme song for this crappy 80s movie called Terms of Endearment, and Michelle would always cry, and it was like a joke we had. And then I was watching Sopranos, and at, what's his name? Johnny Sax's daughter Allegra's, another Michelle thing. Michelle was on Allegra for a million years, the allergy medicine. So that joke isn't in the name of an allergy medicine. That's from Michelle's life. So at Allegra
Damn.
Sax's wedding, in the Hilton, you hear that they're playing Terms of Endearment on the piano. Like, that's because I played that.
Pretty tight.
Yeah.
Do you still talk to her?
No, so she basically was not a great friend, and she dropped me when I got really, really sick and I wasn't able to speak. And she gave me an ultimatum, and she said, if you can't talk to me, then you can't be my friend.
What?
And I was too sick, and I was so upset that she said that, so I let her go. But then after I watched Sopranos,
Like, God
I was like, hey, how are you doing? Like, long time no see.
I literally couldn't talk.
This is like the most
I can talk now.
ignoble thing I've ever done in my life. I like literally like crawled back to her and I was like, do you want to be friends? And she was like, fuck you. But you know, serves me right. You know, I shouldn't have like changed my opinion because her dad's a genius.
Yeah.
And her dad was he's such a genius, but he was always so quiet and to himself. And I never really understood that was because he was like David Chase. I just thought it was Michelle's weird dad.
I heard he was really nice though. My
So he's a huge
There we
heart.
go. I love it. Go Rock.
No, you guys know this.
Go Rock. Hey,
You guys know
Go
this.
waiting for the story.
No, but you're right,
We got a
he
couple
is
name
nice.
drops and Rock's over there sitting.
No, I was just, that's where I got my squirrel. I have a pet squirrel, and it was found in his garage because my homie's his personal trainer. Fuck you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Santa Monica?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I know they live there now. When
Or I guess Santa Monica. I don't know where he lives, but my homie was just like, you want another squirrel? Because we helped rescue a bunch before, and I was like, yeah, okay.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he's a really nice guy. I didn't know him well before, which is so funny because like our families would go out to dinner and stuff, but he never talked.
I've never met him.
That's crazy. But that's quite the story, man.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope as fuck.
insane,
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I don't think I've ever told anyone on a podcast.
Well, we love that shit. We love the Sopranos here. So
But if you love Sopranos, it's just like I couldn't hold
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't have pulled
Yeah.
that.
Why,
Either, yeah.
why couldn't you talk?
Well, I just haven't told people before because I haven't been on a podcast with them.
No, I meant like when she told you, he's like
The
you
friend
got-
breakup.
Oh, I couldn't talk because guys, I was mysteriously ill for a year and a half, and I had no idea why.
Yeah, somebody
but my
did some
symptoms
Santeria
were
on you.
it would have maybe helped. I was 110% exhausted, so I didn't even have energy to speak. That's how tired I was, and I couldn't stand up. My muscles were fucked, and also I would get every kind of cold or flu that came my way, so no immune system. And it took me a year and a half to figure out the reason. Like I went to like one of those Eastern doctor con artists for a while from Alhambra, and he was like, "Oh, you just need to take my supplement." So I tried that for 10 months and got much worse. And I finally figured out that it was because of one of my bipolar meds, actually.
Oh shit.
That I had been on fine for 7 years,
And then
but
just reaction.
it developed into an allergy like a freak development into an allergy. And as soon as I went off of it, all of my symptoms went away, and I got my body back, and then I became really depressed.
Yeah, we gotta tell Callie Blaze about this. He's bipolar too. Yeah, I was like, hey, bro.
It's Lamictal. It's a really good mood stabilizer too.
How did
People
you-
swear by it.
How did you find out you were bipolar though? Like, I mean, because that's such a like. Sometimes I think I'm fucking bipolar, but then I'm just like, you're just angry, dude.
You rich parents, you know, they just put you into therapy when you're like 4.
Oh, okay.
They're like, tell us what's wrong with him. But my therapist told me
He's
what
a
was wrong with
fucking
my
child,
parents.
Yeah, I got put on Ritalin when I was 6
Yeah.
because my parents were
Dude,
just
that's
like,
some white people shit that we just got. Me and
People
Xavier
shit.
just got our
It's
ass
no, it's
whooped.
white people shit.
I got my ass whooped too, but yeah, they were just like, I guess my
Yeah, but you got meds after it, dude. You be all right.
it was
Yeah,
like,
but
yeah,
maybe
my-
he didn't need him.
No, I don't think I did because that's
Yeah.
what I was saying. Is like kindergarten. They're like, he's having a hard time focusing. It's like, it's kindergarten. Are you
Right.
fucking kidding me?
It's
He's
the
a kid.
first time you get introduced to focus.
Or by the way, maybe just try to get him to do it like cognitively without having to drug him.
Yeah,
Or
well, it's
maybe
like,
how about boys under 10 want to run around all fucking day because they have a lot of energy and they're not supposed to pay
I
attention
wish I had
to
that kind of
sports?
energy, bro.
I miss it.
I miss that kind of energy, bro.
Also,
Like,
ease on.
What?
You take fucking 10 pills of fucking RHO or whatever. That
RHO.
kills your fucking energy. You can't tell me that doesn't
yeah,
drain
but I don't do
energy.
that every day.
Yeah, but come on, dude.
Yeah, but still though,
Every
bro.
time I eat one, I'm like trying to stay up while I'm playing poker.
Yeah, but I still don't think that has anything to do with it. And it's you keep fucking up the words,
Fuck
bro.
up everything,
Learn
dog.
learn the alphabet, dude.
Approximate knowledge of the alphabet.
Yeah, like learn what the letters look like, bro. So you know
S looks like a snake, makes a noise.
like yeah, bro. Like we gotta get you like beginner books again, bro. Like I don't know what's going on, bro. Like you're sounding like Colton, and Colton, Colton is the worst with the English language, bro. And
Who's Colton?
Another coworker that
really?
runs the boards,
White.
and his mom's an English teacher.
He's
fool.
white.
No, his mom's an English teacher.
Like, he's worse than
I'm gonna
me?
have him on the show. Watch, and we're gonna have him come on, and we're gonna grill him.
Can we have
mom's an
I want to have a
English
competition with Colton. See who can spell better.
No, just who can
Oh
pronounce
my
better
God,
words.
yeah. Oh, dude, let's have a spell.
Colton's a
off.
He
U.S.
has
citizen
to win.
too,
He's
bro.
white.
Can we have a spelling
If I
bee?
lose, it's like I'm the underdog. I have to.
If you beat him,
Everybody bet on Xavier.
if you beat him, technically this can be a citizenship test for you.
Can I take his citizenship away? Pass it down to me?
Damn, you lose your citizenship via a spelling
I don't
bee.
think you could bet that. It's not like a car pink slip.
That'd be tight.
That would be tight. Yeah,
Colton
I'd probably gamble that shit
He's a
regularly.
white guy from Minnesota.
Right. But I gotta ask you, since you're in that
The dead
scene,
people
and-
circuit.
yeah, in that scene. You've heard of that house that pays you $20,000?
Oh, that shit going around the torture
mayor's-
house.
The tortured house. It's
That
called
shit's stupid.
Mikey Miners or some shit
You
like
know,
that.
Xavier, I think I've heard of this, but it's not in L.A., right?
Tennessee.
The McKinley man. The
So
McKinley man.
I have heard of it,
Candyman.
but can you fill me in?
So it's just a house. It's
a
this guy,
torture house.
It's a torture house, but you sign a lot of documents.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a house, and the guy guarantees that he'll pay you $20,000
if you make it.
if you walk out the house.
8 hours. It's
But
8
what
hours.
happens to everybody else?
He's torturing you.
Oh yeah.
And they say that he records this and then sells it on the dark web and doesn't tell that it's torture.
That's illegal, right? You can't do that.
Oh,
You know, he makes you sign a lot of paperwork. And there's a reason.
So it's like the Titanic submersible. You just
Yeah.
sign your life away.
essentially, like these people do
he can't
sign.
kill you, and there is an ambulance outside waiting for you if you
Multiple
need it.
Morons.
people have been in the ER.
I would
after
never
that.
ever do that.
That's what I said. I
No.
was like, I
thought it was like 20,000 to stay the night because they're scary ghosts.
Oh no!
like
they
that
just
would
got
be
$20,000 to play
that
Haunted
would be a
Mansion.
hardcore haunted house.
No, it's
This guy's kind of a pussy because he has to beat people.
Oh, I feel like they have
he
one.
doesn't beat you. Technically, it's just torture. He puts you underwater.
No, they beat.
Okay.
They beat. Like
But
people
my
said he
point
like
is that-
sexually assaulted them and shit too.
My point is he
It's
shouldn't be
wild.
involved. He shouldn't be involved.
Yeah.
If it's the house, otherwise he could just take it on the road.
House sitter.
Yeah, but they have a whole documentary on it. And I was wondering to see if you've ever
Oh,
even like.
but I want to watch this. Where's the documentary?
I think Netflix.
I don't know. I don't watch this shit.
There's a there's a documentary on this, right? On the
Torture
on
house.
the torture house.
in Tennessee.
Well, there's
Alright,
like multiple of these.
All right, so I gotta.
on YouTube. You can go on YouTube.
I'm gonna burst the bubble, dude. So there's this one guy that I've been watching that he's been trying to expose this because apparently you never even go inside the house. He literally just tortures you, bro. So he has
it's a torture thing.
he has these fucking things where like
That's fucked.
like you're supposed to be like in this cage and they pretty much waterboard you and there's rats everywhere. There's literally no fucking rats in the house, bro. It's just him. He takes you into a cage outside. You're blindfolded and you're pretty much being waterboarded. It's fucking fucked up, bro. And this guy, like, there's this group of 3 dudes. I'll send you the video. Like, they're like, fuck this. This guy is scamming people. Like, cause he doesn't even take people inside the house. It's fucking crazy. I heard there's like a whole big scandal about it, bro.
Yeah, but did you? I mean, you missed what I said. But you know that he records this and then he sells it on the dark web as torture porn.
The only thing
That is fucking crazy. If that's real.
So they got to get like a warrant or whatever, because right now the issue that the police are like the local police in that area are having is that all he uploads on his YouTube account is the before video and then after they're done, and it's like the before everybody's all excited like, I'm gonna go get tortured, and then the second the second clip is just them post torture, like in a towel and like duct tape on their face and shit, like I'm never gonna recover from this.
Yeah.
So people pay to do that?
No,
Yeah.
he's gonna pay
Well, people-
They
people-
want the $20K.
People pay to go in there initially.
You would have to pay a little.
Yeah, you pay. I think
As
you
like
pay a
the-
pretty
It's like
exorbitant amount.
$200 or some shit.
It's.
Like,
I think it's more than that because there's also a
And then he'll be
huge
like, but
waiting
if you
list.
survive, I'll give you like
$20,000.
You hear
$20,000.
that? There's a waiting list.
Yeah, this is what's wrong with society today. That in a nutshell.
I mean, yeah, it's. I just don't understand why people would sign up for that, man. It's like I would. Yeah, it's like you said. Like if it was like a real Scooby Doo ass house, you're like, hey, it's like haunted. Go stay in that bitch. Like, that I still wouldn't want to do that. But if there was money on the line, everybody would think about it.
Have you
but-
done the haunted stuff? You've been in haunted houses?
yeah,
Like,
since
inside?
you like
I mean,
kind
no
of.
Since
more
you're
than like you
impervious.
or other people.
I haven't.
Like
I've
not,
never been
Oh,
in-
you haven't?
Can you take us?
I
know
mean,
one?
I don't know of any particularly good ones. Like the things I've done is like one time, because I used to live in London, so I went on a vacation with my friend. And I was like, let's go to
Right.
Transylvania,
Okay.
and he was like,
That's a
"You're
real
great."
place.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was a real
Yeah,
place
Hotel
too, for a long
Transylvania is
time.
real.
It's in it's where he lives. It's in Budapest. It's in Romania.
Romania.
Not Budapest. It's
That's
in
a
Romania.
real place? I just thought it was a movie.
No, it's
Man, and you're a college graduate.
No,
Come
but he's
on,
right because
see, son,
It
get your
was
boy on
made
check.
famous by Bram Stoker, and actually Bram Stoker had never even been to Transylvania when he wrote Dracula.
See, bitch? Fuck you, dude.
It's real.
I have the
bro.
right to not know where the fuck it's at. I live in America, all right? Yeah, keep going, please.
So I said to my friend, can we try to find a haunted castle to stay in? And he's like, I guess. So I found some basically like an old manor house that was called an old manor house online that said used to belongs to a Transylvanian count. And so I was like, okay, this looks like it's kind
Transylvanian what?
Count, like Count Dracula.
Okay, Count.
I guess it's like
It's like a lordship.
duke. Yeah.
He was a guy. He was a real, not a real person, but Dracula is based off of fucking
Vlad
real
the
person.
Impaler.
That's
Vlad
exactly
the
right.
Impaler.
Yeah.
Just in case you don't know.
Yeah, Vlad the Impaler. So I emailed the count and I say, hey, I'm interested to stay at the manor house, but would it be possible because the majority of the guests were asked to stay in guest houses. So I said, would it be possible to stay in the castle? And he replies back right away. And he was like, Adam, he's like, I understand that you're interested to stay into the manor house. And we don't typically permit that, but there is a room, at a master bedroom at the end of the house, and it has its own bathroom. And you're welcome to stay in there, but please know that you are responsible for anything that happens here on in. You will hear strange noises at night. They've been reported, and we like to think that they're just pine martens or owls, but if you stay in the house, then you're taking responsibility for anything that may happen to you. And said,
Tight.
signed up, done. So I stayed in. The thing
You hear
is,
anything? No, you didn't get lucky.
no, his reply was basically like he was trolling me because he knew that it was going to make me want to go right away, and I was like 20.
Did you read that email in your head with like the Sesame Street count voice?
I
If you
was
want to
thinking of
stay in
saying
the
that.
house.
I was thinking of saying that just now. After I read that email, I don't think I've ever been so happy in my life. I forwarded that email to everybody in my family. I was so proud of myself, and I was on a cloud. I could not wait for that trip.
That sounds tight as shit. Well, you got to stay in a castle.
Yeah, it was amazing.
the
I mean, it
very
wasn't haunted,
least.
but it was a gorgeous old European castle. And the thing about so you know how in the
I always wanted to
Dracula
see a
movies,
castle in real life.
it's amazing.
Like not Excalibur or Disneyland,
Like
but
a
like
legit
legit castle, you know?
They have them in Transylvania. Supposedly,
Castle's called
Dracula's
Excalibur?
the real Dracula's castle is in
Vegas.
Pennsylvania. It's called Bran Castle.
Vegas.
Damn.
But the real cool thing is, you know how in movies where they feature Transylvania, they show those pine trees.
Yeah.
And they look like pine trees in America, except for that halfway down the pine stops and it's the root. It's the
Trunk. Yeah.
Thank you. So they're very unique looking pine trees. Can you imagine that? Like those pine trees from fairy tales where the trunk goes really high.
Yeah.
They have those.
Scooby-Doo
in
fucking,
Transylvania.
Haunted forest shit.
That is
Well,
the
most-
kind of pine tree in Transylvania.
Yeah.
Those are the Scooby-Doo trees, because I was like, where have I seen those in cartoons? I was like, because that's the only way. I was like, no wonder they have that long-ass trunk. It always drew them for the Scooby-Doo episodes whenever they were in the boonies.
That's where they come
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
I never knew that. I never even thought about it until I was in I was like, hey, those just look just like the Dracula pine trees.
Is that the only haunted place you stayed at? Damn. I could
Again,
tell-
I mean, look, Edgar,
Have you experienced anything paranormal that wasn't at a haunted place?
Like, I was going to say the Queen Mary's haunted.
I raved outside it. and I didn't
the
hear
only
nothing.
thing I ever experienced.
I've eaten there.
Oh,
You slept in
You
there?
slept on the Queen Mary?
Oh, yeah, that's right. He told me you went there with your lady, no?
That's tight.
Go saw them fuck. They turned the water on and shit. If the ghost turned the water on when I was done, I'm like, he knew. Like when I'd be like, trying to wash up.
It's the fog on the mirror, but it's just like a thumbs up.
Yeah. The shower turns on, you got a shower, dude. I wouldn't be mad at that ghost, dude.
Ghost is like, hey man, thanks for letting me watch. Let me get some of these things for you.
Now that you mentioned how everyone's done Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've never tried it.
Never done it. When you
I
were
should
a
try.
kid?
I should try it.
I did
mean,
the
it don't
cat-
work now.
we got a
It's-
mirror. Turn off the light.
I've tried all the other ones.
I did
They
the
don't work.
Candyman one, but like I did it thinking it was about candy.
This fucking guy.
He's on Candyman.
So
You
mad
thought
there's
some
no
guy with
fucking-
lollipops was gonna show up.
My cousin told me that
Full of
shit.
candy all of a
My
sudden.
cousin told me that shit when I was younger, and like they like pretty much did like you're not gonna die. And I was like, well, he comes out gives you candy for real, and like I went into the bathroom and I locked the door. I was like, watch, you guys are stupid.
Just in there for hours, just Candyman.
Yeah, I remember, dude. I was like 5 or 6, bro. You guys are fucking dick.
God damn it. That's art.
Yeah, but. And then when I saw the movie, the new one sucks, bro. That shit was so horrible.
And you know what?
Such ass.
Well, the thing is that they keep trying to recapture this like 80s, late 70s horror cinema magic. But the thing is that what made all of that shit so fucking scary back in the day is the practical effects. And they
What's a practical effect?
practical effect is like instead of using CGI to illustrate like somebody's arm falling off, you give somebody a prosthetic arm with like and it's like that's practical effects.
Wow.
So
You gotta go to Japan for that kind of shit right now, bro.
Yeah.
They fucking do it good, bro.
yeah, dude.
I was in the hotel room and I was watching like the most violent movie ever, and I loved it.
What was it called?
Dude, it was a guy in a Frankenstein mask killing this guy in a werewolf mask, fighting a Dracula guy, and then they teamed up.
That sounds like the Van Helsing movie
No,
from
then
like
they
2007.
but they were like it was comedic kind of, and then they teamed up against the mafia and they killed the mafia dudes. It was
So
fucking,
you watched Dracula versus
Dracula
the werewolf
at
versus
first, and
a
then they teamed up,
fucking
and then they killed the fucking mafia
Frankenstein
dude. Yeah.
versus the mafia. That sounds like a Godzilla movie.
It was Japan in the hotel room.
They do the best horror movies too.
Yeah.
All of our best horror movies are originally Japanese. The
Yes, you're
Ring,
right. You're right. The Grudge.
Dark Water.
The Grudge was fucking scary, dude.
So scary.
It was so funny because
That
when I was,
noise, I hate that noise.
well, it's
dude.
funny because when I was watching that in theaters, I wasn't as spooked. But like that night trying to sleep, all I could imagine is that little fucking kid meowing on the side of the bed. That shit kept me up all night.
That's how you know it's scary.
That's what I was like, yo, that movie wasn't scary in the moment, but like it fucked with me for a couple of weeks. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn, that's a good movie.
Like that. You know what movie fucked me up? The Amityville Horror.
Oh, that one?
Yeah,
The original?
the original one. Yeah, because it was just like
Because Ryan Reynolds is in it.
No. Josh Brolin.
like the OG.
Josh
one.
Brolin's dad.
Yeah, like.
Are
the
you talking
OG
about the
one?
original?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
OG.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's kind of
yes.
creepy because it was like pretty practical in the sense where you're like, okay, if these hauntings were to happen, since there was no special effects in that
There
time,
were no special
that
effects.
this is how it would kind of happen. Because
know.
if you've ever experienced, not necessarily a haunting, but if you've ever experienced something paranormal, like you gotta kind of have an ear and eye for it, like bro, like it's out there, bro. Like you'll hear it, bro. Like there's certain shit caught on tape too, man. Like sometimes, bro. Like I remember Kenji, he's like the grower here. He grows insane OG for Green Thumb Farms. And I remember one time he moved into this house, bro, and he showed me this video, you know, and this is like a year of him living into the house, and his dog is chilling in the couch, and he has a Ring camera, you know, in the living room for like these kids and shit like that, so they can watch him play or whatever. And there's like a bookshelf, and in the middle of the fucking bookshelf, you clearly just see like a book just get tossed in the middle of the fucking night against the wall. Where the like kind of like where the dog's at, and the dog's like,
reading.
what the fuck? You know, like yeah, no, and like I remember Kenji came in and he was like, dude, he's like, check out, look at what happened in my house. So I'm like, shit be happening when we were asleep, bro.
Dude,
Best believe that shit.
The shop, the Higher Path, that place is haunted, we think, because part of it used to be an antique store. And
Antique stores.
yeah. And they have on video, there was one night, just out of nowhere, all of a sudden, one of the display cases, the glass just breaks out of nowhere. There was no earthquake, no like pressure changes, no nothing going on. It just fucking broke. And there's like no pressure on it, like nothing resting on it, nothing. Like, what the fuck?
The ghost wanted to get high, dude.
He's like, let me in!
Hey, you know what movie was trippy?
Which one?
The Ring. The Ring came out.
Try
that
watching
freaked
that
me out.
now, though.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, it came in a cassette and they watched the cassette.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, what the fuck? Could this be the cassette? Yeah, and then you got 7 days, like
Just
as a kid.
don't answer the phone.
You know what?
Ever
Like how would
No,
that
that's
movie?
phone.
How would that
Huh?
how would
That's
that movie
phone.
work?
Well, no, because you answer the phone and it's like 7 days, and that's where it starts.
What do you say?
Like, how would that movie work? Like, it's like, imagine, like, it was more ideal for, like, a plasma screen. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like a 70-inch plasma screen. Because I'm like, yo, just break the TV, dude.
I feel like the new version would be like a Instagram spam bot sending you a link and like, buy followers. And then you'd click on it and then it would be, you die.
Xavier's the first one. Like, Final Destination, you get killed by Instagram.
It's like seeing those like fake Instagram pages with like the hot chick and they just posted a picture like a day ago and then you see one of your friends following the account. You're like,
It's
come on,
Will.
man.
It's always Will. It's always Will.
It is always Will, dog.
Somebody will follow me, and I'm like, who the fuck is this following me? And then I see, I was like, followed by Will, spam bot.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'll like
Spam
for
bot
some
or
reason, I'll
hooker.
be scrolling and then like some girl is like, oh, that girl's fine. I'm gonna follow her, and then Will's right there, followed by so and so too. I'm like,
who's
I
Will?
can never have one on him.
Will's a close homie of the show. He's
He's a
great.
friend of ours. Oh yeah,
He's like your canary in a fucking mine shaft. Yeah.
He's like bipolar squared. He's like 5150.
Wow.
Yeah,
I should talk to him.
It's like I think he's is he the only person that we know that his friend has been in the psych ward multiple times?
Yeah, that happens a lot with bipolar.
Yeah, have you been there?
No, but I've been exceptionally lucky because I've just had really good treatment. Right now, actually, my mom, who this is genetic, she is in an asylum.
Oh,
and she's
snap.
been there
Oh,
for
shit.
about 6 months now total.
Asylums are still real?
No, I call it an asylum.
Oh, I was like, because I actually said,
Because it's funner. It's like saying tomb.
I've said it before on the show. I'm like, hey, like America needs to have more asylums back in presence, like not lobotomies, but you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah.
We need treatment, bro. Like, there's a lot of people that,
Need like actual
dude, they got
compassion.
know.
mental, like, is that considered mental health?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so mental health and, like, whatever you consider brain health is very fucking important, bro.
Yeah.
Mental health.
Yeah.
It's everything.
He's the one that's trying to be smart and I can't figure it out.
I'm just explaining it the best way I can explain it, bitch. This isn't the Dr. Oz show. Yeah, this is We Don't Smoke the Same. This is the best way you're going to get it.
Is how stupid I look usually?
Yeah. Except I pronounce the words right. But yeah, like all I'm saying is that like if we had more asylums in there, you probably wouldn't. Maybe half of Skid Row would be gone.
Oh, definitely. I think a lot of
people
that
think
is
that.
related to definitely mental.
You ever
illness,
seen somebody just like hit themselves in the street?
Yeah.
Shit is fucking nuts.
I had
bro.
a neighbor do that.
I saw some dude the other day. He was doing it with a rock when I was going by.
Holy
college. Yeah.
shit, with a rock?
Yeah, and he
Yo.
was yelling, and I was just like, dude, what the fuck's going on? I was like, man, I'm gonna just drive past this fool.
It's like when the TV's acting up and you're trying to change the channel, so you just start smacking the shit out of it. He's
It does work though.
percussive maintenance.
Imagine that's what was going on in his head. He's just trying to get the scramble thing out.
Just nope, not that one.
Yeah, wrong channel.
Just channel
Who
surfing.
had a lump too?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Getting hit with a rock.
I had a neighbor when I was dating this girl who had a kid, and they would always fight in the middle of the night. And there was just one time, like, this is like months of dealing with this bullshit and like really trying to confront it. I'm leaving for work in the morning. One of them comes down, and I go, "Hey, what the fuck's going on up there?" And she goes, "It's none of your business." I go, "Nah, there's a little 5-year-old boy in here you're keeping up at night. What the fuck's going on?" And she goes, "Sometimes I just get so mad." Brah, brah. And she just starts punching herself like hard as shit in the face. And I just looked at her. I go, "Yo, stop. Just go get some fucking help."
So she was fighting with herself?
I mean, I think they fought each other, but then like she just like would start hitting herself. And at first I thought that it was this lesbian couple upstairs, and I thought they were just fucking like wrestling and all this shit. And then all of a sudden I found out it was just like only one of them having a physical fight. Yeah, it was fucking nuts.
You don't have no wrestling lesbians at your neighbors?
No, I got one neighbor. Hey, but I was gonna ask you, did you see Kat Von D's new post?
No, you really keep up with her, huh?
Yeah, people.
Are
keep
you all
sending
about
him
the
it.
Christianity?
No. She got a new post about her blacking her 80% of her body out.
Blacking her body out with like ink?
Is that considered blackface or black
Not
body?
doing her face. I would say so. It's a lot of it.
She's gonna look
Cause
like
because you know how she's like Christian now.
Yeah.
She's only leaving the tattoos of like her mom.
Oh
And
Christ!
everything else is getting covered. So that's a lot of fucking ink.
So
Wait,
she's
why?
gonna look
She's a
like
Christian now.
she's gonna look
Why is she blacking herself out?
because she's Christian.
because she doesn't like to wake up and see the reminders of like
her past life.
So she's, and then the only one she's leaving is like portraits of your mom. I mean, I can't black out your mom's face, you know. But she's
X her out.
and she's
Is
been
it-
she's posting it online, and it's like a lot is black.
But
like
why
her
don't you get laser?
She says it's taking too long, and she has too much ink that's super super black that she can't get out, and she's just and like you can look it on Instagram. It's like, and you guys have tats. You don't have tats. Would you ever think about blacking your?
No,
Oh, these
Right?
Simpsons are here to stay,
Probably
dog.
bad for your skin too.
she's
Yeah.
gonna. All I
You
can
can get ink poison, right?
I think so.
That's what someone wrote on there. That's what she talked about it. She's like, and don't come here, because she gave a little fucking PSA. And don't come here talking shit. Some people think it's beautiful, and she's like, and for those people that think that I'm poisoning my body, y'all eat McDonald's, y'all have scented candles. Let me pick my poison. And I was like, all right, touche.
All I want to see,
Touche.
all I want to see is after she's done blacking out her skin, I just want to see her put on some white gloves that are like goofy and poofed up,
All right.
and she's gonna look like Goofy from fucking Disney.
Can you imagine if, like, imagine
The white face,
imagine
everything else is blacked out.
Prayers, her husband's like, I didn't marry a black chick.
Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty. I was, you know how it.
Is
That's like the
is
equivalent of just like
Is he Christian now too?
He goes to church with her. His
Yeah,
name is
have to.
prayers. I mean, it's just fucking kind of makes sense. He prays at least.
Yeah, but his is like gothic rock.
I don't know.
Who is she,
Cholo
wait,
goth
who is
rock.
she with right now?
Huh?
Who is she with right
He's
now?
married.
Prayers.
Prayers. He's like super famous and like the fucking.
Cholo
Oh,
goth rock.
his name is literally Prayers.
He's in a rock
Yeah.
band.
That's
no, he's huge.
fucking
No, like,
awesome.
He's like huge. I'm
I'm
surprised you haven't like cleaned his house or something.
Fuck you.
I'm surprised you were like, oh, prayers. You know, I used to.
I ran into him.
Yeah.
We used to thumb wrestle together.
But yeah, no, she's married to prayers and like shit like that.
That's hilarious. Wow. That
Yeah.
just, that whole,
Call it, like that genre's called like Cholo goth.
that's really tight. I'm actually gonna look into that.
Dude,
It's
these
a
fools
genre.
go crazy,
They
bro.
go ham.
I know, but the name itself is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll show
Cholo
you.
goth.
Cause it's a lot of fools that like they dress like Sidekick Eddie, but like goth. Like so, it's different. Like
Look,
just
I'll
can you
show
imagine
him.
a big.
I'll show him to.
Yo, just make everything metal.
Here, look. He looks like this, like a cholo goth. Like if George Perez said, "Fuck that, I'm not wearing pelotas no more. I'm gonna wear trench coats and all black."
He just looks like he got out of the Matrix.
Yeah, but that's like actually, it's an actual genre.
Yeah, that's tight. I'm gonna look at some goth cholo or cholo goth.
Cholo goth.
Cholo goth.
That's the way it rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. I had to just double check. Cholo goth. Hell
So
yeah.
what are some other interesting places that you've like been in?
For a Graveline?
Yeah, or just like I mean, you have a very interesting life.
I mean, it's okay. My family is really crazy, so I had to go to London because they all live in LA. And then I
They didn't want you here or what?
I didn't want to be here.
Okay.
Yeah, and so like basically, if I hadn't spent the time there, then I wouldn't have really turned okay. I think, and I'm not even really okay right now. But I mean, I'm okay enough.
Yeah.
You know. And so then I came back here, and then other scary places. I mean, I am so boring on this question because I have had like 1.5 ghost encounters, and they've not been scary. But I did when I moved back from London. Kind of coincidentally moved down the street from where the Black Dahlia lived before she disappeared. It was the last known building where she lived. Yep, that's actually a really good impression.
Let me see it.
And they still haven't found the killer. That one, right? Nope.
Okay, still.
At least they say they haven't found the killer, but I think that there's a high chance that the LAPD did find out who it was, and then they covered it up.
Why would I mean?
Probably was somebody
Because
famous.
the killer probably had a lot of power and influence locally,
Politician.
based on the theories that there are.
Have you seen the theories?
What's the whole deal? Why'd they kill her? Like, why is that a big
No,
deal?
no. So that's the problem. They don't know why he
No one
killed her.
knows.
So, but the thing is,
She was an up-and-coming rising actress in that time.
yeah.
Oh damn.
She
So-
wasn't up and coming. She hadn't been discovered. She was like hoping to be an actress, but she had no money, and she was very beautiful, and she needed food, and she needed clothes, and she needed places to live. So she was very vulnerable.
Oh damn! Somebody was just like, "Oh, free lick," and just killed her.
And
Yeah, but like even so, why would you do that?
yeah,
Yeah,
Because they
there's
listen to too
there's
many
just some
crime
killers out there.
podcasts.
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear about that podcaster that got killed by one of her fans?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it was all over the news. Like this guy fucking was a fan of her podcast. She wasn't even like on. She's not like a real celebrity. Like you, I mean, she was. I mean, she has fans obviously, but she's not like a A-list celebrity. Like if you hear that from like Britney Spears, you're like, oh well, I'm guessing out of a million, well, gotta be one idiot.
Yeah.
No, this was a podcaster like YouTuber like us. One of her fans started stalking her. Y la mató.
Was it a dude?
Of course,
But
dude.
what was the reason? I never
Fall in love with
understand
her.
why
You guys
stalkers
fall in
kill-
love. Guys fall in love, and guys fall in love.
Stalkers kill a lot that, and I don't understand why. Is it a possessive thing? Like if I
can't
can't have you, no
yeah.
one can.
Yeah.
It's like possessive. It's power. It's like a lot of rape that happens is like more of a power. It's like a power move. Yeah.
I
it's-
think
it's-
rape
it's
is almost exclusively a power move. Right?
Yeah.
It's not usually.
like, hey, I feel like having
Lust.
sex today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's not. That's crazy. I didn't think about it. It's like a power hungry move.
Yeah.
Any facts, like specific facts? 'Cause I know you guys drop facts while you guys are like.
I mean, I
or
like,
any ones you guys don't try to tell the people? 'Cause it's
Like,
a
are there
little
any
too
places
crazy?
that like are not comfortable with you guys coming around? They're just like, man, I'm tired of these motherfuckers coming around.
Like so far, no, that hasn't happened. But because legally, we're actually allowed to be on the street and stay in front of them as long as we want. It's like the laws within our it's on our side. But there have been like kind of like rustlings, and now I think people are getting used to seeing the car there, and they're kind of like, I don't want this to like happen all the time. But on the other hand, if you're gonna buy the house where the Menendez brothers killed their
Yep.
parents, you maybe want to just assume that people are gonna want to drive by.
Is that one of the houses that you drive by?
Yes, sir.
That was the two brothers that killed their parents, right?
Yeah.
What's the whole deal? Why did they kill him?
They wanted the man. They wanted the money. You
No.
get the-
They were being really abused. They were being sexually, physically, and emotionally abused hard by both parents.
Oh damn.
Both
Yeah.
parents.
Both parents. So they were
crazy to
Cuban
hear.
immigrants. It was Jose Menendez and his wife Kitty, who was white, and he was like really into status. He brought himself up from nothing, so he was very ambitious and very proud. And then he got this wife who was like a white trophy wife, so he could show that he had arrived. And then they bought a house in Calabasas, and they made more money, so they were remodeling the house in Calabasas, and they moved to this mansion in Beverly Hills. Actually, where Prince and Elton John both previously lived.
Damn.
And they had two kids, and it turns out that Jose was just this monster. He sexually abused both of his sons. One at a time, he would like give them penis massages. Then there was a time when the wife started to enable it by protecting the dad and hiding him. So like when he was in the bathroom with Lyle, Kitty would say, "Don't go down that hallway. Just wait here."
Damn.
Because she was just trying to keep the family balanced. I guess she would have thought it as balanced, but then she would get into bed and invite the son into bed with her and be like, "Touch me." And then eventually one of the sons started to sexually abuse the other son because that's what his parents taught him to do. So it was literally a nightmare of a house.
Dude,
I'm surprised. You're not surprised at all that they killed their parents.
What led him to actually do it?
That's a great question. So basically, two things. One was that so one of them had just gone into college. He went to Princeton because his dad bought him a place at Princeton because he wasn't smart enough to make it on himself or with his tennis degree. And then the other one was applying to colleges, and he was still at Beverly High School. And he got into UCLA, and that was the best school he got into. And he couldn't wait to get off of their house and live on campus to get away from his dad because the dad had stopped abusing the older one and he was only abusing the younger one.
So he's getting like double the treatment.
And then the dad said, exactly. And then the dad said to him, "By the way, you're not going to live on campus. You're going to stay here in the guest house." And so I think that was a hard pill for him to swallow. And then the other thing is that they allege that they were afraid that their parents were trying to kill them, which basically they felt was indicated when they all went out on a family boat ride to Marina Del Rey. And they sort of said, this was in their defense, so I'm not sure how much of it is plausible. They said they felt like that the mom and dad were plotting to kill them either that day or the next day, and therefore those things led to the boys deciding that, hey, let's get guns and shoot mom and dad, and this will never happen again, and we'll just say we were at the movies.
Damn it, we were at the movies, dog. That's like a fucking crazy alibi.
You know what movie they said they were at? Can you guess?
Tomb Raider.
Exorcist.
This was 89.
What year was it? 89?
1989. It was a really big movie.
Scarface.
I thought you were gonna say Terminator, but no.
That's the big guess that we get. It's not that one, but it's another one.
E.T.
Close.
What do you mean? That has nothing to do with
Tim
nothing.
Burton.
Nightmare Before... No. Edward's... Batman? Oh, shit.
What?
They said they were at Batman.
Oh shit.
Did they actually go to Batman though?
I think they had to get the tickets.
No. That and then, well, detectives will ask you what happened in the fucking movie. People have got caught.
Oh, really?
People have got caught like that, saying they watched the movie and then they're like, well, who's the actors? What happened in the movie?
That's
and they're
interesting.
Like, and they're like, you didn't watch this movie, so then they fucking do more investigating.
That's interesting.
And next thing you know, fuck that.
Moral of the story,
Watch
go
the
watch
fucking
the movie
movie.
a week before you murder somebody, then do the thing,
Go to the
allegedly.
premiere. Yeah, go to the premiere.
And then, buy
Buy
a
the
movie
ticket again.
Yeah. That's how to get away with murder, guys. You're welcome.
And don't buy it with the card. You gotta buy cash.
Demonetized.
Yeah, that's
Buy
right.
cash.
Everything cash.
Everything cash. Don't
Yeah.
take your phone either. Leave your phone at home because now they were like, why were you with the movies twice?
I love that we're giving advice.
Well, I mean,
Honestly, do you think we could pull off a murder successfully? I feel like we'd fuck
I
up
like
so bad.
Like it's crazy, but like if I had a second life, I think I'd try it.
Nope. I think
Like,
if I-
I- like
You'd
not
fuck up
just
so
the
bad.
getting away. Like if there was a game, like we're obviously not in real life where I kill someone.
Murder is not a game, Xavier.
There was you play Call of Duty, dog. Murder is a game. What
That's
are you
duty,
calling
not
it?
murder.
But if there was like a VR game, like you know how they're getting very like like where you move around. There was a game where like you in the video game you like killed someone, then you try to hide it, and then like let's see if you got away with it. I'd play the game. I don't want to see if I was good at it. And now that doesn't mean I'm gonna go
Do you ever
it.
wonder how many
That
people
doesn't mean I
have
want to go
gotten
do
away
it.
with it versus people that have not gotten away with it? We'll never know.
You will, yeah.
I just wonder what the percentage breakdown is.
That is a crazy number though. Like I mean, you just like you really don't know because these people are still on the loose.
Yeah.
And then do you think every killer has that look?
No. It
No.
depends on if you're psychotic or psychopath. Psychopaths look very, very normal human.
Like, yeah. Oh, I have a friend who killed somebody, but it was in self-defense. And he's got like, if you know him, like you would never, or if you don't know him, you never would assume.
Oh, true. Self-defense. That's a big
But,
reason
like,
that people
he-
who aren't killers.
Yeah.
But he intentionally killed the guy, like stabbed him in the heart out of self-defense.
Oh, you told the story before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't really go good in court.
What?
Like
Yeah, somebody's trying to kill you, yeah.
Self-defense. I stabbed him.
This
in
is
the heart.
Texas, baby. That's a stand-up. That's a stand your ground state.
But also,
Yeah,
if you're going to defend yourself, you want to do it as best as you possibly can.
And that's what he
You
told
don't
the
wanna
police.
fail.
Yeah, that's what he told
Yeah,
the
it's like
officers
what
when
do
they came in.
tell new cops? They're like, hey, bro, if you're gonna shoot to kill.
Yeah, because
Paperwork sucks.
whenever they came
Like-
I was gonna say whenever they came and talked to him and they were like interviewing him on the scene, there's cameras because it was at a storage facility and he was picking up supplies for his restaurant, and he was like, "Yeah, I killed him." And they're like, "Why didn't you just run?" And he was like, "If I didn't kill him now, he would be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day. This is my property that I'm renting. I need it to be safe," and he got away with it.
Did you guys see that that prankster YouTuber that got shot?
Hell yeah,
Stand your
that's tight.
ground. That was he.
That guy goofed shooting inside a building, but
I didn't see that. What-
oh yeah, this fucking YouTuber was just like harassing this dude, like trying to do a skit, like they like fucking like
At the mall. They're at the mall, and this
Getting
guy's just like
content.
picking up food. I think he's picking up food.
he's doing a DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Yeah, and so yeah, he's like antagonizing him, like you're thinking about my penis. It's like some stupid phone thing. Dude's like, leave me alone, fuck off, and then like yeah, he tells him like a couple of times, and he just
right
shoots
in the
him.
hip.
Yeah.
Right in the hip.
Oh, but he didn't die.
No. He wasn't aiming to kill. He was just like,
the
this
fuck
was
off.
in
Yeah.
this was in Texas, right?
Texas, stand your ground.
Does he get away with it?
Yeah.
He got in trouble for opening fire in a public location.
Dog, but he didn't do no time. I mean, maybe a couple months if that. But I don't
Everything
even
was
think so.
dropped. No, everything was dropped.
And then the fucking kid was all like, "I'm still gonna keep pranking." Blah blah blah.
Just
Fucking
not in
idiot.
Texas.
Yeah, go prank. I tell people, don't prank in Texas.
Nah.
Don't fuck around in Texas. I guess you could do it here, which is stupid. still like, stay away from people. But
I just think if you're gonna do pranks, it's like I like the Jackass style back in the day where people
Where like the prankers get hurt and not everybody else.
it was contained, or it was like shock value on like Eric Andre does really good shock value stuff
Yes.
on the street, but it's like a lot of these YouTube pranks, you know, like go out of their way to like really get inside somebody's personal space. Whereas it's like, yeah, like Eric Andre, they do fucked up shit, but it's more like you're a spectator and that's how you're being
they'll
affected.
touch people without like touching them.
Don't touch people. Just don't touch them.
No, but they'll touch people with like a broom. Like I've seen this guy like put a broom there, and this guy's backing up, and he's like, the broom will go in his butt. And I'm like, bro, you're gonna get your ass fucking kicked for shit like that. That's not funny. And it's like technically he didn't touch it.
Yeah,
It's
because
just
I don't know. At some point, like, yo, chill is a prank. It's not gonna be enough for me to stop.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to my car and be like, look, fool, you chill.
You do that.
Like-
like you do that.
Chill,
like,
chill, chill. This is a robbery.
Yeah, you give me the fucking camera now. Now we have a new camera for the studio. Like, yeah, bro. Like straight up. Like, I am not a person. I'm not a good person to get angry
like that,
with.
Oh, like you seen that prank where the guy puts a bucket on someone's
somebody,
head?
yeah.
He's always gonna fuck you up if he catches
I
you.
turn
with-
around and start swinging. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No,
Oh,
all
for
I
sure.
can think is with the gun thing. Did you see the thing where the guys who tried to rob a, I think it's like a pawn shop or something, or like a gas station, and they have fake guns, but they're like robbing, and then the security guy comes in.
he
goes,
sees the yeah.
and he goes, you shot me. Mine's fake. And he goes, well, mine ain't.
Yep.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, especially when you get shot in like close distance, bro.
Oh,
The smaller the fucking the bullet, the harder it is for you to you're gonna make it. Like if you get shot with a regular 9, you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, wait, is that a 9? Okay.
but if you get shot up close with like something smaller than that, bro.
Well, like a 22?
Yeah, dude. I think that's way more dangerous than getting shot with like a Glock or something.
So I got a super question for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
So he is a
Super
super
question.
OJ fan. Super OJ fan. Like he's got the jersey. He's got a watch that goes around the watch.
Oh, the
spelling
cops
OJ.
chasing him.
Holy shit.
He's
What?
a huge OJ fan. So I want to know.
I have that
Yeah,
watch.
I
That's
didn't even know
tight
that
as
existed.
fuck.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
Bronco?
The cops are chasing him, and the Broncos a smaller hand, and
It's
it's,
the
like
best.
OJ in the back. It's
Yeah.
fucking, it's the best.
so he's a huge OJ fan.
I need that watch.
He's a huge OJ fan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys drive by there. Obviously, it was one of those places.
Do you know what? It's so sad, but because of traffic, we don't go west of the
Oh,
405.
what?
We will. There's all these routes like Ramirez and OJ that West Side route that I have in my head. But yeah, I mean, I was here when it happened, and I grew up in Brentwood, so like I was between literally Nicole's house and OJ's house.
So
And
did
I
it
used to
happen?
see
So
him.
that was what I was asking you. Do you think OJ did it or not? E-Zone.
Is that even a real question?
E-Zone, E-Zone, did he do it?
Based on the law, he did not.
See what I mean? That's why
Well, he's right.
I think he obviously fucking did it.
On a technicality,
That
he
there might have been
didn't.
someone else to help them. Maybe that's the new theory that he had an accomplice.
I literally don't think that there's like any like reasonable doubt among anybody. It was a political decision, but then he was convicted in the civil court,
Yeah.
and he basically has admitted it in a book that was like,
If I did
if I did it, this is how I would do it. You know? Yeah, for sure he did it. I mean, and it's actually that ties into Menendez because after the city lost OJ case and he got acquitted, they wanted to win so badly politically, and the Menendez had a hung trial, so they did a second trial, and the DA, who was Mayor Garcetti's father, said to the judge, "You can't admit any evidence of abuse in this trial."
Oh,
And
that's
now,
why
now
I've
go
never.
try them.
Yeah.
So I mean, of course, then they were convicted of killing their parents, probably for money. But it's,
That's what I know. I didn't know there was any. Obviously.
well, a lot of people still believe that, Xavier. I mean, they've admitted to doing it. No, they haven't. They haven't admitted to doing it actually. But when they were being accused, it was because they wanted. People said it was because they wanted their money, and the reason that actually none of the cops suspected them at first when they said they came back from the movie. What happened was that they started to buy huge.
Yup, they went
gifts
all out
for themselves.
That's what I know. They
Huge
went
gift.
all
Like,
out.
what were these gifts though? Like a brand new
Bro,
Nintendo
you're-
64.
Look where they
It
lived
was
at.
a Porsche. It was a Jeep.
Oh
a
shit!
Rolex,
Yes.
a restaurant, a $50,000 a year
A
tennis coach,
restaurant?
Yes.
and financing a rock concert in Hollywood.
Bro, it was no joke. Like these kids, and that's why everyone thought that they did it for the money. You killed your parents to get the money.
Fuck.
Like, look
think
into the
that
case.
was
Look into this
I
case.
think if they would have not bought stuff and they just would have just been it, they would have been a little bit more leniency towards it. But like that,
you
the
just
fact that
lay
they just,
low.
The leniency was because of OJ. I really do. Or I think because of OJ that the city was never gonna let them get out, ever.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
And they should have actually either been manslaughter or not guilty because they don't have possibility for parole.
What
and
year-
that's really rough.
what year were the riots
91,
92.
and the OJ thing?
90. It was right after, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the city had been through enough, dude.
That's
Like,
why I think that's
yeah,
why-
dude. The city was like, "Hey, bro, like, do you want to see all the food for less get burned down again?" Like,
So how was it living? How was it living in that area during that time? Did anything change?
Well, I didn't live there during that time, but I moved there, and most of my childhood was there. And the only thing that really changed, well, I saw OJ driving around before he moved to Florida. Like, I would just see him at like the coffee shop and just be like, "Oh, that's OJ." And also the other thing that changed, so all of like those stops are still there. Like Nicole's condo, OJ's house has been demolished. Nicole's condo is still there. And then do you remember how Ron Goldman worked at a restaurant where Nicole had left her sunglasses?
Yeah.
So that restaurant is still there, but that structure and building and commercial space, which is usually a restaurant or cafe, is still there, but it has changed hands probably every year since the
let's
OJ.
do a high and hungry there, Ray.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'll wear the jersey.
Stupid.
Do we
But
get
like,
we get kicked out?
Probably people that work there don't even know that that's where it happened because it was so many restaurants.
Some of these places can never tell, bro. Like there's this one,
know.
there's this one house that I like going driving by whenever I go to Culver City and buy cat food.
Whose house is it?
The Poltergeist house. That's
in LA.
It's in Culver City. It's this
Know that? I
yeah,
just watched that.
yeah. It's in Culver. It's the old movie, right? It's it's in Culver City, bro. And this movie's in like a random neighborhood, and like I looked into it, and I remember seeing the '90s interviews where they interviewed the neighbors, and like the Mexicans guy, he was like, "No, pues cosas pasan." Yeah,
The main house.
yeah, like this. It's in between. It's in a regular neighborhood in Culver City. This is crazy, and like I remember looking at I mean, I hope I'm saying the right movie, but the house was this entity, or it could be the movie, it could be entity, but this entity followed this lady everywhere, and like it fucked her, and it just did a bunch of crazy shit in this house, and it haunted it. Like, but it's in Culver City, bro. I'm gonna I'll look it up right now just to make sure. But this shit is. I'm surprised you haven't heard of that.
Did y'all know the skeletons that they used in Poltergeist are actual human skeletons?
No, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's like when she comes up out of the water and it's like all the skeletons from the burial. Those are real skeletons.
From the Indian burial ground.
Yeah, those are actual skeletons.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the house from Entity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It sounds really familiar. The plot you're describing. I don't know if I've seen Entity. I should watch it.
This is the house, dude. Yeah. It doesn't look like much, dude, but I'll park in there every now and then just to like fucking smoke up and shit. But like, and I just stare at the house sometimes. But that shit is fucking crazy.
Does anybody live there right now?
1974. So the Entity is an old movie too.
Yeah, it's an old movie, and it's
I've never seen this movie.
yeah, you got to check it out, and it's like not too far. It's like it's like right off Culver Boulevard, so it's on one of the main streets.
Nearby, yeah.
Yeah, and it's quite the fucking place.
So one thing that is really interesting about Poltergeist is that there was what people call a poltergeist curse, and 4 people that were involved with that movie died very early, and each one was like a really bizarre way to die.
For the Poltergeist movies?
From Poltergeist 1.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Word.
2 of them were in it. One was Dominique Dunn, who is the middle girl, the teenager, and the other one was the girl who says they're here and gets.
Oh yeah, she died after the 3rd movie.
I think that's right.
Yeah, 'cause I remember
but
she got
the way
sick.
she died was so bizarre.
How did she die? Because I thought it was like I remember my dad just being like, "Yeah, she got sick right after this movie."
Yeah, but it was like Crohn's disease meets stomach cancer. Like she had both, and then she suddenly died. It was.
Tight.
There's a lot of conspiracy rumors,
Crohn's disease is serious, bro.
but you don't get it when you're 5.
Yeah, you don't like seriously. Like I have a friend that has Crohn's disease, and like that shit is crazy, yo.
Can you imagine?
Does
Yeah.
anybody ask to go by the Cecil Hotel?
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah, because
I
that's
mean,
like the new fucking.
we
new
have
Netflix and
that,
shit.
but it's on the Black Dahlia route because actually that is the unofficial place the Black Dahlia was last seen alive. Everyone says the Biltmore is the last place she was seen alive, but that's only officially. So everything goes back to the Cecil. we don't have that route going yet because we're waiting for the first 3 to get busier, and then I'll bring on another driver.
So what are your stops right now?
So it depends on the tour. So we have 3 tours, Edgar, right now.
What are your
I
times?
like that he calls me my
I
first
know.
name.
I've been tripping me out every time he
Oh,
says
sorry.
it.
Wait,
No.
what should I call you?
No,
It's fine. That is his name. It's just
cool.
you
That
call
is
me
my
Bob.
name, but
it's
it's
a weird thing. I do that to everyone I'm talking to. I don't know why.
He actually
No, but I
prefers,
appreciate it.
he prefers Swaggy Daddy E.
No, I do not. But yeah, all right. So go on with the stops.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
you guys
what
can tell
times?
me.
What times too? So people that watching can know.
Okay,
if they
so
want to
we
sign up.
tour twice a day, 5 days a week, except for Wednesdays and Thursdays. And on Mondays through Saturdays, our tour. Sorry, my bad. Tuesdays through Saturdays, we have one tour in the afternoon and one in the morning. And then from Sunday to Monday, we have a tour in the afternoon and we have a twilight tour. And that leaves at 5:30, and it kind of leaves when it's dusk and comes back in darkness. So the 3 routes that we currently have on operation is our main route, which is greatest hits of LA true crime, Death Becomes Her. And that goes from Hollywood through West Hollywood, down to Beverly Hills, and then back to Hollywood via the Sunset Strip.
And what are the stops that you see? Like, what are those?
So Death Becomes Her has, if you've lived in those areas, you'll have heard of pretty much all of the crimes. It has Janis Joplin overdose in Hollywood.
Actress.
She
She
was
was a singer.
a rock singer, yeah, from the 70s. She really reinvented rock and roll.
I was
Yeah.
about to say it was horrible, but it sounded good.
Yeah, and she was she was one of the early members of the 27 Club, which is the musicians who have died at 27.
Mac Miller.
So who?
I was like, Mac Miller's not in that club, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Is he? Was
Mac
it 20?
Miller.
No, he has
But
a
Jimi
song.
Hendrix.
No, he died at 29. I think.
Yeah, I think he had a song that says
Yeah.
"I don't want to be in the 27 Club."
And then there's
And then he-
Wow.
no,
Yeah.
but I don't want to go to rehab.
Amy
that girl,
Winehouse,
Amy
Jimi
Winehouse,
Hendrix,
Jimi
Kurt
Hendrix.
Cobain, Jim Morrison. So we stop at Janis Joplin, the hotel where she overdosed, which is still there. It's just a different name, but you can see the window, the room that she was in from the street. Mm-hmm. And we stop at this guy Ed Buck's apartment, who was a serial killer a few years ago in West Hollywood.
Like how a few years ago? Like how recent?
2017 and 18.
Oh,
he was
damn.
arrested in 2019. He was like this older, gay, very well off, pretty good looking guy, and they kept finding dead black kids in his bathroom from meth overdoses.
What?
Yeah, and it after the first one was killed, the police declined to do anything because Ed Buck was very politically influential. He gave a lot of money to the local Democratic Party. Democratic Party, yeah.
Yeah, the reason the state's so shitty. Yeah, go on.
Oh, okay. So we agree on that as well.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so always afraid to talk about that.
Yeah.
No,
And
we're not.
especially in,
yeah, we're
okay.
not. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't have to be a Republican to agree that the Democrats have done a terrible job with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then we also stop. So Ed Buck, and then we stop at. There's a couple of crimes that I uncovered that aren't famous, but their grisliness makes up for it. So those are on the tour as well. Like one of them was just this random guy who, what he did to his fiance was almost as bad as what was done to the Black Dahlia. So we stopped there at his condominium. And then, we show you like the witch's house, which is kind of in LA. It's
Where's
not
that? I don't know
scary.
about that one.
So that's a great house. So that used to be a film set in Culver City on a studio in the 20s. And it's this really strange look. It looks like a witch's house from a fairy tale. It's like got like very pointy roofs. It's got thatched shingles. It's got a little moat. It's got shutters on the windows. And so basically that was the movie set, that was the administration office, and that was the costume trailer for this one film studio. So it was like super economic, and the film studio closed. It went out of business. And one of the producers said, "You're not going to tear that down. I'm going to live in it." So they drove the house from Culver City to the corner of Walden and Lomitas and Beverly Hills, and they put it right there. And it's been ever since. And then it was just recently restored by a local realtor to make it look like
A modern
New
witch's
old.
house.
Like you could
New
live
old.
in
It
it.
was basically like that's the strange thing is like I look at it from the outside and I still don't understand how he lives inside that.
Yeah, because I just googled
looking
it.
at
It looks.
But
looks
he did a
run
beautiful
down.
job to the inside. You know, like it's kind of like the witch's house meets Flip or Flop.
Okay. Yeah, that's fucking dope.
He put a lot of love and money into it, and so.
Oh wow, this is this is
is
quite the property. I mean,
Yeah,
I can see how he lives in it though.
Well, there's an annex. Look on the left. You see on the left that there's like kind of like a wing that's one story that extends behind it. I have a feeling he does a lot of his living in that wing.
In the back.
Dude, this looks like something out of like Walt Disney's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like
even the front gate is like just like a goofy
just like
little,
animated like
yeah,
He did the gate.
Okay, so is this house haunted?
I wish I knew. Like if it was, I wouldn't know. But like according to like
'Cause
our
it's on your
research-
stop, yeah.
According to research, no. I mean, it's not haunted. We just show it because it looks like a haunted house, but it's not haunted. From what from as much as I've read, we do go by haunted houses. We go by the couple of the houses that Howard Hughes crashed his plane into in Beverly Hills when he had a crash. And then we go to Bugsy Siegel's house, the mobster.
Nice.
That's awesome stuff, and you guys would really appreciate that. But the thing that I love about that house is have any of you seen Bugsy, the movie with Warren Beatty and Annette Bening?
I have not seen it. He's probably
So you know how he died, but basically they show that in the movie Bugsy, and his house is not the one that he actually lived in, but this house is exactly the same as it lived when he lived in it in the 40s, and it feels very old LA Beverly Hills.
It's like those old school Vegas houses they've preserved. You know how they have like some houses from the 50s and they preserve them?
Yeah. This one's so beautiful that there's never been a need to tear it down. It's actually relatively timeless, and it's a solid house. But you can see the room. This and the Menendez, which is one of the next stops.
Does anybody live in the Bugsy house?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. People live in these
Okay.
houses. The only one that is abandoned I know of, which is not on our tour, is the Los Feliz murder mansion. But for as far as I know, all the other houses have owners.
I don't even know about that. What's up with the murder mansion?
Oh, my bad. Okay. So
Yeah, I didn't know. See, I'm learning a lot about these
no,
things.
this is my favorite thing to talk about. So
Thank you for the audible tour.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's my pleasure.
No, we
Thank
want
you
to
for
join you on one of the tours.
Why don't you guys come?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
do
like
it.
can we
Yeah.
vlog it? Yeah.
Yeah, we should vlog it.
Like
Holy
I'll put,
shit.
we'll talk offline.
Yeah.
I'll put you on a tour.
Let's do it.
You
All
guys
right.
will love
So
it.
fucking tight.
And the tour guide would love you.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's the best. So basically, the Los Feliz murder mansion. First of all, it's not on our tour. It used to be on Dearly Departed, which is who I'm replacing. I'm not replacing, but they left the opening for Graveline to come in. And Dearly Departed did this kind of tour before Graveline, but it wasn't funeral hearses. It was after the original Graveline. Dearly Departed just changed it to vans. And so I wanted, when Dearly Departed went out of business, my very first priority was to get back the funeral vehicles. So Dearly Departed used to go to the Los Feliz murder mansion, but it's in a cul-de-sac. And it's very hard to turn around for a normal sized car, and the neighbors did complain about that. So but the Los Feliz murder. So there was this doctor called Dr. Harold Perelson, and he worked at USC. He taught there. He was very successful. I think he was a cardiologist, and he bought his family. You guys know Los Feliz was the original Beverly Hills. I mean, the city all used to be east of here. Everything came from Pasadena, but then into Hancock Park and Los Feliz. So that's why there's so many beautiful houses, and it was a
makes
very
sense.
prestigious place to live. So this successful doctors still live there today, but back then it was even more prestigious. And he bought this house, and I don't know how he knew to buy it, but it just looks the part. It is the scariest looking house. It's so fucking creepy. Like, it's beautiful, but it is so fucking creepy. You have to look at it. I find that house is the scariest looking of any murder house in LA, to me. So Perelson moved in with his family. He had 2 kids and a wife, but he was having financial problems, and he was very, very stressed out about it. He was overstretched with that house and the mortgage, and he apparently just broke down one morning, and he killed. I'm trying to remember how. I believe that he beat his. I don't remember the way, but he killed his son and his daughter, and then he went into the bathroom and drank poison with his wife. And that house since then has never had a long-term tenant. I know a lot of it is misunderstanding because it was actually in the same family and they just let it sit vacant, so it wasn't.
Is this by Griffith Park?
Yeah,
On the way up, right?
That house does look scary as shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you know what, Edgar? It's just before Griffith. If you're coming from us, it's on the way to Griffith Park because Los Feliz hits basically Griffith Park, Los Feliz Boulevard. So it's before you get to the entrance. It's very near Griffith Park.
Yeah,
no, it is. My bad.
Yeah,
it's at the foot of Griffith Park.
It's at the foot, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I pass by this house all the time, and I was wondering. I was like, I was staring at it because it's on the way and right before you hit the marketplace and before you go way deeper in there. But yeah, I drive by this house all the fucking time on Thursdays, bro.
Feel weird when you drive by it
because it's a cul-de-sac. Like you would have to go a little bit out of your way to get to that house.
Yeah, then I might be mistaken it, but like this house does look very familiar to me, and it's very fucking creepy though.
Look at how creepy it is.
Like you can just tell some shit went down in there.
Dude, the pics of the inside looks even more. I mean,
there's pics on the
super
inside?
like broken down.
Because so much of it was left the way. I think it's been changed. It was recently bought by somebody who tried to do a renovation, and I think they gutted it.
Okay.
But at those
they did.
pics that you're seeing, which are famous.
Yeah.
Where before it had a remodel and it had like Christmas decorations.
It's
from
fucking
that
eerie
night
looking.
Because, by the way, he did it on Christmas morning.
Oh, that's hot.
So it had a lot of relics in it. Like that's the kind of house that I would not want to go in voluntarily. That house just screams haunted to me.
Yeah,
I don't have any way to.
I bet it is. Like, I mean, there was what is it? Those kind of houses around that area are I would feel they're haunted. When I drive by some of those houses in Los Feliz and Griffith Park, I'm just like, yo, especially the ones around Griffith Park. I definitely see get some weird vibes. Like George Lopez bought a house on there, and when we interviewed him, he talked about how like he had to get like a shaman lady to clean his house out because because he said there was specifically one closet in the fucking house that the spirit was attached to, and he's like, yo, just the spirit won't leave, but just don't leave that door open at night. So just like always keep it closed. It's not gonna fuck with you, but just keep that door closed.
George Lopez is a comedian, right?
Yeah, George Lopez.
I saw him perform the other day. He's funny as fuck.
Right?
He is so hilarious.
Who would have fucking thought that wasn't gonna be funny?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
True.
Now
But I didn't know who he was.
that's good, man. That is that. See, I want to see what your algorithm looks like.
Oh, my algorithm is like total outlier. I don't know who anybody is. Like I've never even watched Taylor Swift.
Who's Taylor Swift?
Yeah, we're not big.
Dude, I'm a Swiftie. I'm just kidding.
You're a Swiftie?
Nah.
That's it?
Nah, I
respect
I'm not
it.
a fan of her music, but I'm a fan of her fucking worth ethic. Fuck, bitch got people outside stadiums trying to listen to her. You gotta give it to her.
Oh, yeah, she
dog.
got great.
She's in a
Like-
circle dancing during the credit time, the ending credits of her film.
I'm telling you, dude. Like I gotta give her a little bit of credit.
Because people haven't really done that since like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
No, she's definitely something else. My sister she went to a show in New York and then flew to Florida to see her do another show.
Yeah.
And like
Crazy.
my sister's like a mom and shit. She brought one of her kids with her and everything. I was like, what the fuck?
See, that's what I mean. She's got the whole demographic.
Yeah,
Every chick has gotten broken up with.
Everybody.
Every chick's been broken up with. They can all relate. She's like, I'll be the fucking breakup chick.
She's got catchy music,
Yeah.
you know? So
Is it
she's
Michael Jackson?
That's also on Death Becomes Her. Yeah, I was just thinking that. And actually, recently, it just made me go into a deep Michael Jackson dive, which I'm still currently in. And it's a little bit like Sopranos, whereas I had no appreciation for how talented he was until I grew up, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is a human being. And so I've just been like rediscovering. Actually, a friend of mine died recently who used to work with Michael Jackson. I think it was since then, like I was like at the Shiva service after, and we were talking about Michael Jackson a lot, and I was like, I remember him being really good whenever I saw him. Like, and have you watched like any of his old concerts on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
I never did.
Yeah, he's.
I saw the tour, the last one, the one where he died at.
Oh, you got to
This is
see
it.
it?
They have it on.
documentary.
Yeah, they have.
Oh,
a-
you watched the
that,
movie?
yeah.
I thought I was like,
No.
they didn't do an actual tour.
It's
No, no, no,
called-
I
but
saw-
it's called
but-
This Is It.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah,
when it
like
came
I saw.
out,
Yeah, I saw the video that for that, and I was like, damn, that shit looked like it was gonna be like.
He was supposed to come out in that fucking suit
Yeah.
made up of screens and shit. That would have been so tight.
You guys seen the Michael Jackson ghost, right?
Oh, like us?
No, the one
Oh.
that shows up that they appeared on TV. They
What?
went
At
after
his house, right?
After he died, there was an interview or somebody that we went to go. Let's go look at Michael Jackson's house, and like you can see something move. Obviously, it's like one of those like.
Oh.
You just hear it like faintly. Y'all ignorant. Y'all just ignorant.
Andrew, you okay?
But they say you can look it up. You can type in Michael Jackson ghost, and it'll be a YouTube video.
Oh,
of
that'll
somebody.
be good for our tour.
I wonder
you.
what's up
Look
with
it
his
up, yeah.
monkey.
Huh?
I wonder what happened to his monkey.
Living
Bubbles?
life.
Yeah.
Living life, dude. He's well taken care of.
Bubbles? Is Bubbles even alive still?
Bubbles is
Monkeys
still
live a long
alive.
time,
Monkeys
dude.
live a good.
I think he is still alive.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, monkeys live a long ass time, dude. Just to let you know.
Longer
bro.
than humans?
I think so.
I don't know about that.
Dude,
Turtles
fact
turtles
check.
live a long time.
Fact check. He's on this one.
Bubbles was a chimpanzee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eason's tripping. There's no
They
monkey.
live 39 years.
Yeah, there's no monkey. There's no. I don't
Females.
think there's any ape that lives longer than us.
all right. Well, fuck you, dude. I should give him the benefit of the doubt. All right.
But we live 100 years old. We love some people. Yeah.
My grandma's 99.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh
Here.
shit, Bubbles is still alive and he's 40.
Here and here's.
There you go, dude. See, they're finding the odds. Michael Jackson
Yeah,
gave him the
not-
best.
not-
treatment.
Oh shit, he was born where I'm from. He's from Austin. Hell yeah. I didn't know that.
I heard the monkey wasn't very well taken care of by Michael Jackson sometimes.
Or too well taken care of.
Well, I mean, a monkey is a lot of care, dude.
Don't have one.
I always wanted one to like.
Fuck you,
I
I
saw.
take great care of my squirrel.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. That shit seems like a lot of. Dude, the older you get, just pets just seem like a bad idea.
Yeah, well, it's like we want to get like my cat's kind of lonesome because he's always had a dog, and we haven't had a dog for about a year now, and so we're talking about getting like a kitten or something because he's about to be 10. So we're like, yeah, he's like middle aged now. But man, we are holding the fuck off. I don't want any extra responsibility.
Kittens are hard too. You might want to
Everything's
get a
hard.
rescue cat.
No, I'd want to get a kitten. I'd want to like,
Really?
You'd get a-
I mean, I like rescuing, but it's like I
Just
would
get a
Or
feral
just
cat.
just an older cat.
The only reason though is we got that squirrel, so we can't get anything that can't be taught how to be like. Because that's the thing is like my cat, I've
Right.
had him since he was
You
a
have to
kitten.
condition it to get along with the squirrel.
Yeah, and the cat has just been like raised around everything, so
Yeah.
he's just a chill cat. But
Yeah.
it's like,
You know, ironic, like my feral cat, the one that I just like I rescued, like
oh yeah, that's right.
he does, like he just hasn't tried to do anything to the rabbit. He just kind of just like, well, what is that thing?
I think the difference is that the squirrel's a little more
Yeah,
twitchy.
I guess, yeah.
So like even my cat, like when
It looks more like a plaything, I guess. Yeah.
When we
Whereas
first-
compared to the rabbit, could kind of be like, hey, dude, don't fuck with me. I'm
more
gonna fucking
chill,
kick
it sits
you.
in one place for longer. Yeah, when we brought the squirrel home at first, the cat was super interested, but then the squirrel beat the shit out of the cat.
Right. With
And
his tail.
No, like
Oh, with his hands.
yeah, okay. Squirrels got hands, dude. I got a couple of videos. It's real cute and funny and sad at the same time. But yeah, so now the cat, still wants to be friends with the squirrel, but like knows absolutely to keep distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the crazy. The monkey outlived MJ.
Well, no, MJ was older. MJ died at 50.
50.
Yeah. Oh, moat medicine.
His doctor combined two drugs that made it lethal. Propofol and some benzodiazepines. And
trying to go to
you can't
sleep.
mix it.
Why did he mix it?
Because he asked him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
some-
think Michael just basically was very manipulative, and he got what he wanted.
Can't kill me.
No, you can die from this.
Well,
He's like, kill me, Doc, kill me.
put yourself in the mindset of a doctor who sold his soul so that he can be around Michael Jackson and give him all the drugs that he wants all times of day. You're probably not gonna.
It's like when it's like the
I
same.
understand that.
No, it's like when I tell people that the reason Kobe died is because his pilot
Oh
couldn't
my
say no to Kobe.
It's the exact same thing, and I didn't know that.
I'm sure the
I didn't know
pilot
that.
knew I'm not supposed to drive in this foggy weather. I've
Yeah.
been told this, but Kobe's got to go. And if Kobe's
you
the
have
best, I'm the best pilot. We can handle
There's
it.
a lot of that with wealth
Yeah.
and fame. I mean,
I'm not gonna. I'll be there. And I'm like, fuck. I can't say no to Kobe. If I say no, he's gonna fire me. He'll find a new pilot. He's like, I'll find someone who can do this.
Adam,
value my life
you said it's spot on. There's a lot of that with wealth and fame.
because we see that on like a lot of our stops. It's just like the person in power. A lot of that also is kind of explored more in Manson. But the person with the power just get what they want, whether it's good for them or bad for them. You know, I mean, like Phil Hartman could have any woman in the world, and he and he knew that he was with somebody who was very volatile, but she was his third wife, and he probably was like not wanting to get a fourth, and so he just stayed with her.
Whoops.
Yep.
That's
Phil Hartman.
No, he died, but for the people who don't know.
Yeah. Phil. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You're the grave guy. Tell us how
No,
Phil
I mean,
Hartman died.
His wife shot him, and then she shot herself.
And went in front of the kids, or was?
The
I know
kids
they were there.
asleep.
Yeah, okay.
They were all asleep except for the wife. She killed Phil. She went to her friend's house and said she killed Phil. Then they came back, and the kids were awake. And then she ran into the bedroom and bolted herself in. And then as soon as the police got there, she killed herself.
Fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, but she was,
I
and
mean, for
everybody
sure.
knew it.
Yeah.
And Phil knew it.
What about who's that girl that did Murphy? What's her last name?
Brittany Murphy.
Brittany Murphy. You guys go past that house at all?
Oh, do you know we don't go by that house just because of it's a time constraint.
It's like up in the hills.
It's
huh?
a little
Yeah,
bit in
it's-
the hills
yeah.
and down a cul-de-sac, but that's a great story.
Because they
too.
say the house killed her, the
I-
mold,
and
which is crazy.
because
They
he
say the
died-
mold.
he
He
died
died
a year
right
later,
after.
too.
Let me hear this shit, because I just
Never
knew
heard
she,
this?
No, I just knew she overdosed.
Bro, so no.
Nah, dude, it mold.
Mold
What?
killed her. Technically, or they say, what is it? Pneumonia or whatever you call that.
Oh, like she had black mold in her house.
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia killed her, which was part of the black
from the
mold.
mold, yeah.
From the mold. It's like a whole thing. It's like it wasn't just this. It was a part of living, obviously drugs too, not leaving the house. And then what's crazy is that they think her husband killed her or who she was married to. But then he ends up with the mom in bed mourning.
Yeah.
They were fucking, dude.
They were
You don't mourn with your mother-in-law in bed about how your daughter, wife / died.
I will say respectfully, when my dad died, I was like trying to fuck all the time. I mean, it's a little crazy that he was fucking her mom like right after, but I'm just saying
Interesting.
Sure they were fucking before?
that. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
They were fucking before.
Yeah, I think they were fucking
Kitty
before.
Rock, is that what that's?
Yeah, I don't know what rock got
Hold on.
that from.
I'm sorry. You said when your dad died,
Yeah,
you just wanted to fuck all the time.
yeah. It was like a distraction. It was like something I could control in my life.
Yeah,
And it fills up the sadness.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I went back to work the next day, and yeah, just kind of wanted my
Pound
life.
Town.
I wanted my life. I mean, I wasn't.
Yeah,
always,
but it's not like you were like hitting up your stepmom. That's like what he did.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And no.
But no,
Not that I know of.
So that Brittany Murphy case is crazy.
It's really
intense.
that is a great Netflix documentary
Yeah,
series on that.
that one's good
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Do you go by Laurel Canyon by any chance? There's a lot of shit on Laurel
we
Canyon.
live right by
cross
that.
Laurel
Yeah.
Canyon, but we don't go down Laurel Canyon. And there is like the Wonderland murders are
Yeah.
down at the Harry Houdini mansion.
Yeah.
But you know, even at Laurel and Sunset, that's where you have the Chateau Marmont. Then we have our Sunset Strip killers talk right around there, and we talk about the serial killers that used to stalk the Sunset Strip. The Wonderland Killers, that is LA classic, like a greatest hits, and that involved John Holmes, the porn actor. And I don't know very much about it because I haven't looked into it for a while, but I know it was basically somebody did a mass murder on Wonderland Avenue, and he was somehow involved. He might have been killed. I don't remember. But yeah, the Wonderland killings, and that house is still there.
Trippy.
That's crazy.
That's why I'm here.
There's a lot of there's a lot of places that are fucking haunted.
My favorite murder is well, there's two. One, I'm obsessed with the Black Dahlia case, and I'm obsessed with the. I've been to Leimert Park, yeah, for sure, and I'm obsessed with the Natalie Wood homicide because it's unjust. Like her husband, who clearly killed her, is still alive and legally, again, doesn't have to speak to anybody, and very close. Robert Wagner, yeah, but like the same demographic and generation. Robert Wagner also was an actor. Natalie Wood was an actress. These are older actors, but you'll know her from Miracle on 34th Street, The Little Girl, or West Side Story, or Rebel Without a Cause. And her husband was an actor, and they were like the Brangelina, really. Like, they were a couple for many years at the heights of their career. And they just had a fucked up marriage. There was a lot of secrets. And so Natalie Wood, Christopher Walken, and Robert Wagner went on a boat trip Thanksgiving weekend in 1981 to Catalina because Natalie and Christopher Walken, who was just becoming Christopher Walken, were doing a film together. And they invited him to they had a yacht that they would always take that was in the marina and take it to Catalina. And it is exactly what you were just saying about Kobe's pilot. It made me think of this. The skipper, it was supposed to be terribly foggy and stormy that weekend of Thanksgiving. And the skipper said, "Don't you dare go. I couldn't dissuade you more from trying to go." And Natalie was like, "We're going." And Natalie didn't come back.
Yep, that's what happens. And then people say no to you. So I asked you about Laurel Canyon because I don't know if you know this. If you do Laurel Canyon, there's a thing called the Lookout Mountain.
Oh, Lookout Mountain. I know of it. I've never been to it.
Do you know anything about it?
Well,
that's where they recorded the nukes.
Yeah, so I've been there. I think it's a hiking trail.
It's a house.
Oh, it's a house.
It's called the Lookout Mountain. It's a top nuke. It's a house that someone bought. I don't know who bought it, but
I think Jared Leto lives up
yeah,
there.
this one. Yeah, Jay Leno bought it. Jay Leno bought it, but you know what?
Jared Leto.
I don't know. Someone bought
Actor.
it. But this house, what they used to do there is the CIA or the FBI used to record the nukes. If you ever seen the nuke videos, they're not real. Like, as in, like, they'll show the nuke and the camera's super steady. That wouldn't happen if that was a real nuke. The camera, so there was a lot of faking for propaganda.
Right.
And it's recorded there. And it was all recorded there, and someone bought it now, but it's pretty known fact.
But I've also heard a lot of other more satanic rumors.
Oh,
about
there's a lot of,
Lookout
that's
Mountain.
deep down the rabbit hole.
From that house?
Yeah, and even involved Jared Leto. Apparently there's a series of tunnels underneath those houses.
Damn.
I don't know how much of it's true, but I don't have any reason to not believe it.
Yeah, a lot of shit happened in those canyons in like the 70s. There was a lot of acid being dropped and Manson. They said acid. They said that a lot of acid was being made there to be
Acid's really easy to make.
Yeah. Dude, it was this.
I always thought it was hard.
No, acid. You just have to like dip rye bread in orange juice and put it in your backyard, in the shade.
Maybe
or that's what I was told.
Kids, you know
That might be
your homework.
mushrooms. That might be mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a guy in the chat room who's like, he's not acid aficionado. He was like, acid is not easy to make.
He said that's a total lie, and I believe him
I
honestly.
think he's probably right.
Yeah.
But I think maybe that's how you make mushrooms. But I'm not sure.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
I don't know.
I
We-
really
We used
would.
to have a mushroom.
Yeah, we were
sponsor.
sponsored by a mushroom company at one point, and we're growing mushrooms here.
Did they buy orange juice?
No,
No.
we had a whole thing
We had a whole
here.
kit,
Remember
dude,
when we
like-
made them? That was so cool.
Are y'all not making anymore?
We don't know what happened to the dude. He got he got busted.
Yeah, we think you're. Yeah.
Because I ran into his best friend at the spot. Remember?
Why would he ask?
I asked him, bro.
What did he
Yeah,
say?
I asked him, and I was like, he's like, yo, he hasn't even talked to me either.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, fool, did you call your local jail?
There were all these rumblings that mushrooms were going to be legalized in
Yeah,
California.
Gavin Newsom said fucking no.
He vetoed it, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
he vetoed
missed
it,
that. When-
which is a kind of
missed that.
a little good reason because you gotta kind of have to regulate it in a way. We can't be just giving mushrooms to kids. But at least I don't think you're gonna get in trouble now. But yeah, they didn't have no regulations. They don't know how much 10%, 10 milligrams. So if
Yeah,
you're not
but
gonna,
that's why he needed to say yes. So that they could
no, you
decide
need
all
to
that.
you need to come with that to him already.
Yeah, it sounds
For
like
him to
they...
sign it. They weren't prepared. They weren't prepared. They fucked up.
So, but he's not letting it remain decriminalized. So if you like, so
I think it's not remaining decriminalized.
it's decriminalized currently.
It's fine. That means you're fine.
Yeah,
Don't get
which
caught
means
with
that
a
if you
lot.
get caught with it, they're just like a slap on the
Yeah,
wrist.
just don't get caught with a lot. That's what decriminalized means.
But from what I understand,
Yeah.
are they revoking the decriminalized status starting next year? And if you do get caught with that on your person, like even if it's a little amount, you could be like in some kind of trouble.
Yeah, but like
I don't think anybody's gonna fucking care.
that, and like, I mean, I'm not telling anybody to do this, but they sell these in chocolate bars. Just fucking buy a Hershey's bar and wrap it in that. And if that one wants to
Honestly-
eat it, then fucking around and find out. Eat it then.
Shameless plug, but Arthur that was on the show here,
Yeah.
he's got a company called Truth Caps, and his chocolates are fucking
Fire,
bomb,
bro.
dude. 1 gram chocolates.
Dude, yeah.
Or just be a man and take the mushrooms.
I mean, I'd take mushrooms too, but you know, chocolates are delicious and convenient and discreet.
Yeah. And low key, dude, they taste like shit.
Do they?
The chocolate,
No, they
yeah,
don't.
regular mushrooms.
Mushrooms? I thought they just taste like sticks.
They taste like pumpkin seeds.
Yeah.
No, it tastes gross to me. I don't know. I can't eat
They don't
one.
have the same flavors as the mushrooms.
You don't
eat.
grow them in shit, Xavier.
No, I know that, but they just don't taste good. I didn't mean like shit. They don't taste good. I want
Not
some peanut butter,
caca.
like a peanut butter sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Want some pizza. I get what
Pizza.
Rod means.
Yeah, or pasta or something.
See?
Tea.
I was
Never-
just at.
I
You
used
need
to
to learn
just
how to
eat
say
them
fucking
plain.
pizza.
No,
Say
I do
pizza.
not. No, I like the way I say it.
Say it again.
Pizza.
I love it.
It's gonna stay like that forever.
Please
Pizza.
don't change.
I hope when you get papers, it changes.
No.
They're like, you can be an American
Imagine
citizen.
the second I get them, I don't say it like that no more.
Pizza.
He just develops like a super Caucasian accent. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to go pay my taxes and have pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hey, we want to thank Adam for coming on. I've learned a lot on today's
That was
episode.
great.
thank
Good
you guys so
episode.
much for
Thank
having
you. Yeah,
me.
that was good.
I had a total blast. This is the most fun I've ever had on a podcast.
Perfect. Yeah.
By far.
Yeah. Whenever
I'm
you got a
glad,
new tour,
yeah.
whenever you got a new tour, come back and
Oh,
say what's
so
up and let us know.
I will
Plug it.
actually have been dying to tell you this, but it's so funny and you'll appreciate this. This is the first that I've said it in public, but we are coming up with our next tour, which is going to be called West Coast Guns, Mobs, Music.
Nice.
And it's going to be a comparison and contrast of the West Coast gangster Italian mafia and hip hop gang wars.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And,
Damn.
Yeah, because then I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a
Man,
lot to cover.
Compton's gonna love you.
Yeah, I mean, if
They gonna love
people
you.
wanted to get in contact, like to book one of these tours, where can they book you at, or where can they embark it at?
They can go to graveline.rip, graveline, graveline.rip. And also, we're on Instagram if people want to follow us at Graveline Tours, TikTok at Graveline Tours RIP.
Graveline Tours, you guys heard it. I mean, we'll let you guys know when we're gonna go, and hopefully you guys can book it that same day, so you guys could be on the vlog. That would be sick. GravelineTours.com, and make sure you guys check out, follow Adam. Thank you for coming on once again.
Thanks again, guys. Really had a blast.
It was very it was a dope learning episode. I learned a lot.
I feel like we learned a lot, and then also I just love that it's like Halloween, and we're talking about like dead people and shit. And
Izon really loves the seasons because we were face painted all month.
I love seasons. Are we coming in costumes next Saturday?
Is it Halloween Saturday?
So that'll be Halloween
I
weekend.
won't be here, but you guys can.
You're not gonna be
participate.
here?
No, I gotta be out of town.
Boyfriend.
No,
Fair.
fool.
I respect it.
Fuck you. You're such an asshole.
I'm supportive, all
No,
right?
he always has to assume I have a boyfriend, have a girlfriend. He never can just be like, yo, that fool's single.
Hey, can I tell you something though?
What?
The silver lining is he believes you're just getting laid all the time.
Yeah, so he'd be happy. Doesn't matter what, dude. You get
He
laid.
believes you got game.
What is it? Check out Ray. Thank you for running the boards. Morning Shot Films and Morning Real Podcast for all movie reviews. Rock is going to be doing a closeout set. You got shout outs, Rock?
Yeah, follow me on all my socials at ROCKSAMSONATX. Follow my group, The Beautiful Men's Club. Bizaire finally got back in town, so we hit the ground running, working on some tracks and stuff like that. What's that? Posing. Yeah, man, we're beautiful. We got pose.
Posing? Is he in his Speedos or you guys?
What?
He hasn't come over in the Speedo in a long time.
What a good
Bring
day.
him with the Speedo of this show.
I am so fucking
He's gonna
down.
sit next to Izon.
Nah, he can sit next to Xavier.
Can he sit in hold on. Can he sit in between me and X?
No, Rock always
Like
sits right
extra
here.
close.
What are you talking
Extra
about?
close.
You were always worried about his Speedo, so you sit next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like these pictures. Yeah. What is it? Xavier, shout outs.
Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Go get a tour. That was fun. I learned a lot.
Yeah. I can't wait to go on a tour. That's
I like
gonna be
that
fucking
shit.
tight.
And then today, obviously, if you're a Patreon subscriber and only if you're on a $30 tier, I will be performing in Bellflower. So hit me up. I will put you on my guest list. Me, George Perez, and 3 Plates Tommy.
Oh,
He's taking over. But yeah, hit that like button.
Hell yeah. Make sure you guys check that out. Go to flavorsbyezone.com. Go check out all the new merch I've dropped on there. The Halloween candles are sold out from what I checked. So I'm sorry if you didn't get one, you're gonna have to wait till next year. But the holiday candles are gonna be coming on next the holiday ones. So it's mid next month. I'm gonna be dropping those. So there's gonna be new ones coming as well. Also, check out High and Hungry TV. There's a lot of behind the scenes and a lot of new content I've been working on there, including the trips to Disneyland with Super SHO'd out with the 1,000 milligrams. The Knott's Berry Farm vlog is coming up. Follow my vlog page on YouTube, the Flavors by E-Zone page. I know some of you guys already follow it, but I've been just stacking up videos on there for you guys to watch, including all the soccer ones, all the theme park adventures, and all the other crazy stuff that we're doing behind the scenes. Aside from that, we'll see you guys on Wednesday, and have a good weekend. Be safe. And just one last time, RIP DJ Nails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And enjoy this closeout.
See you in a second.
they be like smooth. What? Can you teach me how to dug it? You know why? Cause all the bitches love me. Hey, all I need is a beat that's super bumpin'. And for you to back it up and dump it. Put your arms out front, lean side to side. They gon' be on you when they see you hit that Dougie ride. Ain't nobody fucking with my bro from Morningside. He go by Bubba and he hit that death like Thugger. I ain't from Dallas, but I deep town boogie. I show my moves on to everybody trying to do it. I lead the functions and all the ladies trying to screw me. Now you just do you, and I'ma do me. Niggas love to hate, so they try to screw me. Bitches be stuck to me, I think they try to glue me. I make the party shine bright when it started glooming. This beat was bubble gum, so I had to chew it.
Teach me how to duck, teach me how to duck. Teach me how to duck, teach me how to duck.
All my bitches love me, all my bitches love me. All my bitches love me, you ain't fucking with my Dougie.
What's up about the bed? Turn my swag on. Took a look in the mirror, said what's up, what's up? Yeah, I'm getting money. Oh, I hopped up out the bed. Turn my swag on. Took a look in the mirror, said what's up, what's up? Yeah, I'm getting money. Oh.
Trying to catch the beat. I'm trying to catch the beat. I'm trying to catch the beat. Trying to catch the beat. Now, throw your motherfucking hand. Get 'em high. All the girls pass the weed to your motherfucking man. Get 'em high. Now I ain't never tell you to put down your hand. Keep 'em high. And if you're losing your high, then smoke again. Keep 'em high. Nah, my flow is in the pocket like Wallace. I got the bounce like hydraulics. They can't call it. I got the swirl, I got the haul. My freshman year, I was going through hella problems. Still I bit up the nerve to drop my ass about a call. My teacher said I was a loser. I told her, why don't you kill me? I give a fuck if you feel me. I'm gonna follow my heart. And if you follow the charts or the plaques or the stack, you ain't gotta guess who's back. You see, I'm so shy that the daughter was bashful, but this Fastest flow will bash your skull, and I will cut your girl like past the troll. And I don't usually smoke, but past the dro. And I won't give you that money that you asking for. Why you think me and Dane cool? We assholes. That's why we hear your music getting fast forward. Cause we don't wanna hear that weak shit no more. Dope your motherfucking hands. Get 'em high. All the girls pass the weed to your motherfucking man. Get 'em high. Now I ain't never tell you to put down your hands. Keep 'em high. And if you're losing your high, then smoke again. Keep 'em high.
Money and power, respect my mind, or die from last shout. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Damn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this night is never on vacation. Start up that Maserati and vroom vroom, I'm racing. Popping pills in the lobby, and I pray they don't find her naked. And I pray you niggas is hating. Shooters go after Judas. Jesus Christ, if I live life on my knees, ain't no need to do this. Park it in front of looters. Next to that church is chicken. All you pussies is losers. All my niggas is winning, screaming all my life. I want money and power, respect my mind, or die from less shout. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I got bitches. Goddamn, I got bitches. Goddamn, I got bitches. Wifey, girlfriend, and mistress. All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, or die from less shout. I got 25 lighter on my dresser. Yes, sir. Put fire to that ass, body cast on the stretcher. And her body got that ass that a ruler couldn't measure. And it make me come fast, but I never get embarrassed. And I recognize you have what I've been wanting since the record. That Adina Howard had, popping fast to impress her. She rolling, I'm rolling, my scrotum and posing. This voice here is golden, so fuck y'all, I goes in. And all my life I want money and power, respect my mind, or die from less shout. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I got bitches. Damn, I got bitches. Damn, I got bitches. Wifey, girlfriend, and mistress. All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, or nigga, it's go time. I roll it dope with a good grind, and I run it hope with a bouton. That's a relay race with a bouquet. They say, Kate, go marry mines. Biatch, no way. Biatch, no way. Biatch, no way. Biatch, okay, I'm never living life confined. It's a failure, even if I'm blind. I can tell you who, what, when, where, how to sell your game right on time. Biatch, okay. Biatch, okay. Biatch, okay. Biatch, I look like I'm taking everything from pussy to motherfucking hip. She pussy clapping, and I got options like an auto who I be. C-O-M-P-T-O, and I win it all in Jordan feet. C-O-M-P-T-O, my city.
bitch, and that's on a life day. I'm getting down. Like a nigga said, freeze. I won't be the one ending up on his knees, bitch, please. But the only thing you can't steal was came out to play. Stay out my way.